Hello, and welcome to an evening of Dungeons and Dragons with the crew of Dice and Mimics. Sorry for the slightly late start. My laptop Mimic decided that it didn't want to play ball until I had fed it enough anything that I could really get my hands on, and a lot of shouting and being annoyed.
Still in the intro.
But... Me? Are we? What?
Are we?
There's a delay. We're fine.
Sorry, it was a massive delay. Sorry.
People are confusing me. Sorry about that, guys.
Confused.
Anyway, we are here tonight. Obviously, demi-plane based city. They had managed to defeat these creatures and pretty much mercilessly destroy them when one ran away, and they just went, hey, guess what? Firebolt has this far range. There was no escape for that poor spider. They then had their audience
That wasn't Firebolt, that was Levitate.
That was, yes.
Oh, you stopped it from running, and then we
Yeah,
blew
then
it
you
up.
just
Yeah.
you ganked it, yeah.
Pinata.
They then had their audience with the High Master Brazag, only to learn during said audience, Brazag is not actually the High Master. He is merely the student of the true High Master, who turned out to be a blind beholder.
'Cause why not?
Indeed. The party learned some more about Slard and about how the Slard they had encountered had been a bit weird and a bit odd, and the possibilities of why that could be. They had learned a bit more about a vision that Talia had had long ago. Well,
One
not long.
apocalypse. One apocalypse at a time, people.
Not
One
long
apocalypse at a
ago,
time.
actually. Really, in game time, it's only been about maybe 2-3 months since you had that
Yeah.
vision.
Yeah.
But yes, they had gathered that, and then afterwards they went back to the ferry of the depths, upon which that actually evolved and grew stronger for them, gaining
Now we
cannon,
got cannons.
and then set off on a half-day journey to Effin's Tower. Upon finding it, they went through the various planar and astral puzzles that were placed before them, climbing the tower until eventually they reached the top and gained possession of the Cape of Stars, one of the soul-bound items. They then left the tower, and that is where we rejoin as they get back to the Ferry of the Depths and reboard, where Bosun then goes, so you were successful then?
Yep.
Alright, well, what's our new heading?
Nice.
Well, weren't we in a rush to get somewhere?
Yeah.
We need to find out about your old master, Val. Really. Because we think that he's meant to be controlling the slot. Remember the gem?
I'm drawing a blank.
Yep. So
It was
last time,
literally last session.
Lots
Last time-
happened.
yeah. So last time, Brazag stated that Slard, to act like they were doing, one of the possibilities was that someone had one of their control gems.
Oh,
of
I've
a
just twigged.
high-ranking Slard.
Yeah, I've just twigged what she meant by old master, like
Yeah, a
my slaver.
fist-sized,
Yeah.
a fist-sized ruby, and you remember seeing he had a cloak clasp that was a fist-sized ruby.
Lexi's obviously bunking in for Aaron.
That's fine. Yeah. I mean, I'm up to kill him. So
we can't kill him unless we can prove that he is involved. You know, diplomatic immunity and all that crap.
And plus that, wouldn't he still be on travels at the moment? He had a list of...
We've been out for a while.
hmm.
What you had his roots, didn't you, Vienna? Where
I
where
did
was he
have his
going?
Roots, and for once, I think
It
we
was-
wrote them down. And where that
Where?
notebook is, I
Oh,
don't know.
It goes through Porthy, I think, from
Hang on.
Maham. It was Maham, and then hang on, I've got it written down, but
Yeah,
So-
I did actually write it down, but a lot of things have moved since.
He was going from Maham to Riverrun. He was then heading south from Riverrun to Daystone, then to Porthy, and then
what's Maham, Ritherun, Daystone, Erenad.
yes,
according to my notes. Yeah.
Erenad as well, but Daystone is between the routes.
So he's probably. I mean, how long did it take us to get here? A couple of days.
How long he stays at each
Yeah.
place.
Yeah, it took. So you were told he was making a month round trip, roughly. You guys took 11 days to sail to Ingbrook. You have then spent I would say probably 2 days in Ingbrook, maybe 3 at a push.
Mm.
Time is a bit wibbly wobbly going through demiplanes. So that's roughly sort of 14, 15, so about half a month.
So
since
he's
you
probably
left.
at
probably
Daystone by now.
Yeah.
But because the ferry has evolved, you do know it will take you only half as much time to get back, as long as
Hang on, I'm confused. On my notes, it says that Riverrun would be his next. Isn't that his final stop?
No, Riverrun was his next stop after Maham. He was doing.
Oh wait, no, he's from Rethorpe. Sorry, I
Yeah.
for some reason I had it in my head that he was from Riverrun. I was like, why would he go all the way home and then go all the way the other way and then back on himself? That makes no sense. No,
he's
he's from Rethorpe.
He's from Rethorpe, so he was doing a round route. He was going to
Right.
Riverrun, then going
Okay.
down, doing Erenad,
Daystone and Erenad.
Porthy, and then back to Rethorpe.
Yeah, because mine says Carthage, Wilprick, Worthy, Porthy, Maham, Riverrun, Daystone, Erenad, in
Yeah.
that order.
I mean, it would be really handy, like, if we knew that he had
So at worst,
gone
he's at Daystone.
specifically to a town. Ert, didn't you say that you
Yeah.
have the ability to scry back when we were?
Yeah, I can scry if I have it prepared.
Try.
Yes, you have it prepared. It does require 1,000 gems worth, gold's worth of like focus, but she's also got like 4 grand's worth of diamonds on her, so I'm pretty sure. Would that count?
So, effectively for scrying there is. So it has to be a focus worth 1,000 gold pieces. So yeah, a diamond would suffice. 1,000 gold point diamond would suffice.
And it doesn't consume it, does it? It's just...
It does not consume it, no.
Okay. So if we scry on him, at least we'll know whether he's in a specific town, and if we can get some details of the town, we might be able to work out where he is.
And
Ish.
where he's going next, we could probably work out. And meet
He's
him.
probably at best Ritherun, at worst Daystone, or just about to leave Daystone.
Or in between.
Or in between Daystone and Erenad,
Yeah.
worst case scenario.
I think it's worth it. At least that'll give us some kind of idea. And then we can, you know, if we can skip an area and save some time, then might be able to get ahead of him.
I can't even see Riverrun on the freaking map. Where is it? There's Rethorpe.
Anybody got any
There's
thoughts? Should we do that, or...?
So Riverrun is the little town symbol.
Yeah, sorry,
north of
I've seen it.
Constellation.
thing is, we've got to. It's that proof again. We've got to prove that he's.
That's what I mean. We need to find him and then spy on him, I
And
guess.
he already knows we're bad news. He knows our faces.
They know that we know that they are Sladi and
Would
not.
it be worth us knowing where he is if he's not in Rethorpe? Shall we go to Rethorpe?
Meet him there? Oh, what? Do some
Or
snooping?
around him while
Mhm.
he's not there. Maybe
The only
that's-
problem, the only one who's going to be able to ask anyone any questions and actually get an honest answer is Xandal. They won't talk to me because I'm tiefling. They won't talk to Val because he's dragonborn. Maybe they'll talk to you. They won't talk to Blossom because she's tabaxi.
they'll
They don't
probably only
like
talk
anyone
to
who is
me
not
thinking-
human looking.
Yeah, they'll probably only talk to me thinking I'm a slaver.
I mean, Val puts his cloak back around him and
Oh, he's
brings
got that
back
Prince Charming.
Prince Charming,
Oh, no.
Himbo. Just like, I cannot look like a dragonborn for the sake of walking with Xandal and trying to get some information.
I mean,
The
I
thing
could.
is that statue had every race except human under its boot.
Yeah.
I
think
can
it-
get rid of the ears.
Yeah, just look like a human. I mean,
Yeah.
even with my cowl hiding my face, I can't hide my horns. I mean, I could tuck my tail into my trousers, I guess. But
Can you go invisible? Or
I mean, it's not technically. I can be very stealthy, yes, but not invisible.
Hmm.
I mean, I could send. I can turn into a raven for an hour and just ride on your shoulder.
yeah? That could
Or
work.
I could send Queenie to ride on your shoulder and I can look through her eyes.
I have a plan. If we
That would last
set up-
longer.
If we set up some sort of base outside of Rethorpe, scope the area, see what's occurring, what we can get away with, we might be able to get a bit of a plan. But this has got to work, being that whatever his face is isn't there.
Lord Worthington is probably the word you're looking for.
Yes.
Yes.
Lord
Okay.
is what I refer to
yeah.
him as. Because he's a horrid man.
In that case, should we...
Let's find out where Worthington is first.
Yeah, so
Let's scry on him and then we'll decide what to do.
you happy to do the scrying?
Yeah, happy. And sits down, sets up the ritual, and slowly begins to cast the spell. It is a 10-minute cast time, so you guys have got some time to chat between yourselves while she does this.
So, Xandal, if you had a good look at the cloak.
I thought Blossom had it.
We didn't. Last session we decided that nobody was going to attune to it.
Alright, yeah.
I don't think you identified or had a close look. We were just like, oh, we'll decide what to do with it later or something. We were talking about who it would benefit.
Yeah.
Because really, it's only you, Urt, or Blossom that can attune to it. Everyone else already has a soulbound item.
Yeah, I don't think Identify would work on it. I can only go off the knowledge that I have on it.
Still get
Um,
some information from spending time with it, can't you?
I would say an identify spell will get you some information. It won't
Okay.
get you the full capabilities of the cloak as it would be
No.
fully awakened, but you can get the base idea of what it would be like now.
Okay. So yeah, I cast Identify on it.
Okay, so you cast Identify and you get back that this cape gives the following benefits. Dark vision for 30 feet. If a creature already has dark vision, the range is extended by 30 feet further. The wearer is no longer impeded by non-magical difficult terrain. And the wearer gains +2 to all dex saving throws versus spell effects. That is what it does at the base level.
So yeah, I'd
Oh.
explain all that. But I don't think Xandel's particularly interested in having it.
Mm,
Because I think we
Bad.
agreed that it would probably, if Blossom was interested in it, it'd suit her better, as she usually deals with sort of like the faster movements and stuff like that. So she
mm.
doesn't.
Mhm.
If she suddenly gets slowed down by magical terrain,
She will be just normal movement. Yeah.
yeah.
What do you think, Blossom? You interested in attuning to this, or do you want to wait?
It could be useful, but I think we should leave it for now.
Yeah, wait until we gather all of
It's
the
a big
items.
commitment.
Well, or more of the items, and then we can make a decision.
There might be one you prefer better.
Perhaps.
Paddy, you're muted.
As his microphone just died.
That'd
Oh,
be just
no.
a lot, wouldn't it? Interpretive dance? DM with interpretive dance.
One
Uno
word.
momento.
Charades? Is this what we're playing?
Oh no. God, we're not having much luck today. This is unfortunate.
Maybe doing another mic test.
Yeah, that fixed it. Oh.
No.
Went mute and then unmute. So you're muted, but somehow not with the mute,
I think it's
Thing.
just pressing buttons and hoping for the best now.
potentially.
Birds, do you want a DM?
We go back to the cat DM. Yeah? You gonna
Cat
DM
bird.
for us? Yeah? You don't
Right.
talk either, though.
Yeah, you're back.
Hey! Oh,
Is that
he's
better?
back.
Yes.
What was that about?
Okay, I have no idea.
The threat of the cat being the DM brought his voice back.
Right. So, just to remind you guys of what soulbound items are still to be found. So, there is still Beofong's Bulwark, Gerion's Fawn, Moradin's Flame, the Sword of Light, Demogorgon's Demolisher, Mammon's Majestic Satchel, the Tome of Winds, and the Phoenix Pendant. Those are the ones that you
These
have
feel-
not yet found.
Quite a
These are
few items.
loads. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's one in the Catacombs of Demonic Doom,
Yeah.
and then there
Yep.
was one
So you know that
around.
there is.
What was
Yeah,
it? It was
there
when
was
we were
one
going
around
when we were
Travel.
going to Ingbrook.
Yeah,
It
when we were
was
crossing the sea, there
not
was
not
one.
Ingbrook, Minas Pingoli. So somewhere around Wereford Forest. It's
So
along
you
the
know
south
there's.
somewhere
Yeah.
there.
So
got
you know there
them-
was one at the ruins of Bafford Castle. That was
Yes.
where you sort of located it to be.
Yes, that one.
Bafford Castle's there, further to the
Hmm.
left.
Okay, sorry. It's just that someone ticked there. Like,
yeah, I thought there was one somewhere there that we went to, but I may be wrong.
we already got the one from north because that was the dagger.
Yep.
Guys,
Mhm.
have we become collectors?
We have.
Well, I mean, they're powerful weapons, so kind of
But-
it's a good thing for us to have, but
Mm.
also if we have them, other things
Others
can't have
won't,
them.
yeah. But we're kind of collectors now.
Yeah.
Waiting for the super shiny holofoil
Yeah.
ones to
Hmm.
So-
turn
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
Did we know which one was in the catacombs of?
So you
Demonic?
know that is the Sword of Light. You
Mm.
know
I
that
think
the
I remember.
Phoenix Pendant is in the Desert of Rust, to the east of the Divine City of Rethorpe. You know that there is one in the middle of the ocean at the bottom of the trench where you fought Vodawoed, behind a pair of dwarven doors.
Which is probably, yeah.
Well, it was meant to be Moradin's
flame.
Forge, or
Yeah,
Yeah.
Moradin's Forge.
yeah.
but you know there's one there as well. But they're the only ones that you know the location of, or that the compass has picked up.
So, I think, yeah, we'll hang on to the thoughts of soulbound items for now. Let's focus on the job at hand.
Yeah.
Look towards
Okay.
still.
It's at this point, comes out of her trance and goes, "Ha, Mr. Fat Man in carriage, going along road. Looked slightly swampy round him."
So that would be around.
The Black Waste.
You would assume that is probably a road either going through or near the Black Waste, yes.
So he's not that far along then.
He must have spent
So
a couple
he's-
of days in
he's-
each. He might actually be on a bit of a tour.
So he'd be heading towards Dayston?
So if you would
Or
assume if he's heading past the Black Waste, then he has probably left Riverrun, and he will either be on his way to Eriand or Daystone, one of those two.
I mean, if the Divine City of Reforp's all the way down there, it would make sense that he would be going to Erinad rather than Daystone, because otherwise he'd be going all the way. Well, he's going to be there and then on back. Otherwise, he'd be going to Daystone, then all the way to Erinad, then back through Daystone to get around. Unless he's
Either way,
planning on going south through Fuller Stronghold to get to.
that
Reforp.
area is all landlocked, so we're going to have to go back to Maham and then get alternative transport to.
Not to Rethorpe.
No, we could
heading
take
for
the ship
Rethorpe.
down to Carford, dock
Yeah.
there, and then set up a base maybe here, just outside of Reforp, and then do some reconnaissance.
Okay. In that case, should
As
we?
much as I'd love to go back to Maham, I feel like time is not on our
This is
side.
an urgent one, so that's the plan then.
That's the
Right
new
then.
adventure.
Bosun, you have your orders.
Hey,
Take
that's
us
to do
to Carford.
to Cafford. All right, that's gonna
Is it
be
Carford or Cowford?
Carford.
Right.
So let me
I
just
mean,
figure
should
out.
we go there or should we go here, which isn't actually in a city? In this little
But,
inlet
yeah,
here.
if there's once we get a
It's
bit
either that inlet there or this inlet here. That one's closer to the Divine City of
What were you
Reforp.
saying, Vienna?
I think it'd make sense to try and get as close as possible. I think once we get sort of around here, we'll be able to visualize where we can dock.
Good plan.
All right,
Yeah,
well,
there might be some unknown fishing town situated nearby.
Yeah.
Just don't burn
And make
this
sure to
one
avoid
down.
that island that tried to drown us. Yes?
yes, I'll do that. So you see Bosun sort of doing some calculations in his head, and he goes, "Well, if you lot helping me, can probably make that trip in 6 days, maybe a week. If you don't help me, obviously it'll take longer. So it's entirely up to you how quick,
Oh,
how
We'll
slow
all
you want to
chip
get
in.
there.
You always
or
help.
speed, and we will assist
Yeah.
All right,
as best we can.
all right. So we're not going to that other place, that island over there. We're just going there. Okay, that's fine.
Maybe when the world is not, in peril, we'll have more time to look for more items.
Fair enough. Okay, let's go. And the crew immediately begins to move. The
Let's
sail
go.
unfurls with
Let's
the symbol of Armatae emblazoned across it, and the ship begins to move off in a southeasterly direction.
Yeah, I'm just thinking maybe we shouldn't have our insignia on the. It
I was
kind of
just
draws
thinking, when we
attention to
get
us.
closer to the islands, is there a way we can go in incognito?
Well, you're all in charge of how the ship looks. You can change it whenever you want.
Yeah, we'll do that when we get
We'll make the
closer.
ship look
Yeah.
a little less obvious. Make it look just like a normal, I don't know, fish trawling ship or something.
It's a warship.
Aye.
I'm sorry, but then it's like we need to be. It's an adventure. We're being spies, Bosun. It's fun. Not permanent. We'll make you look cool again. Just right now, we need to be incognito.
Make a persuasion check with advantage.
Oh, that was a roll. Oh, fuck me. 7. Oh, wait, no, you said with advantage.
With advantage,
Try
yeah.
again.
I rolled worse! Ah, fuck.
Bosun, you see Bosun just sort of like, he hasn't got facial features, but it's just his general body language is a bit like,
Sorry, boss.
just a bit,
Come
bit
on.
despondent, but he goes about his work.
Oh,
Decide when we
man.
get a bit closer.
So, the first day of travel goes without any issues, and the first night draws in as the ship moves across the waves, further and further away from land. Is there anything
I'm
anyone would
backwards.
like? Yeah, I'm sorting that.
Sorry. I just saw the ship just going, which is like, there's this vision in my head of beep, beep, beep.
Further out than that, probably about there actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, when Sandal's not helping out, he's probably just sat in the workshop. He's working on various contraptions that
Yeah.
he can work on.
Yep. Aboard a ship without, blowing it up, burning it down, or doing anything else.
Yeah, he's essentially now just working more on the frames for the rifle and bits for Haga 2.0 and Emily 2.0
Yep.
and nuts
So
are.
I've got a repeater crossbow now, don't I?
You do have a
You
repeater
made some
crossbow, yes.
alters. So what is it? Is it just like the
It is-
same as when I do my on-hand, off-hand with the rapiers, but
It is,
by
yes.
firing so one with modifiers, one without?
Yes.
Cool. But it still does the additional necrotic damage because that's
Yes.
Yeah,
That is part.
cool.
That's an inherent part of the item.
Dope.
Sometime during the evening, Val is going to put another charge into his gauntlet.
Yep. Okay.
Taking me to 3, I think.
Yep. You're the one keeping track of your charges.
Yep.
I think you meant 10.
Fiona will just be helping the crew shift things around the ship.
Yep. That
I'll
is-
probably check the mirror just to see whether any chaos has ensued in the tavern.
You pick up the mirror and look into it, and you see the mirror is currently propped up in the onsen. There is a little bit of mist going across it, and you just see, currently not looking at the mirror, Gunter just relaxing in the hot water with what looks like a mug of ale, just sipping on it.
I'll probably just be like, Gets distracted, was going to go and help the crew, but now she's just going to stare at him.
He eventually does notice you, and like he jolts, almost spilling the ale, and then goes to stand up, realizes where and how he is dressed, and then sort of looks
Oh,
at
because
you.
he knows that other people just check that there's. I'm just like starts putting my hands so no one else can see.
He then gives a devilish grin and stands up fully, and that'll fade to black there.
Lol.
Anyone walking past Talia's room just hears squeals of delight.
Oh, squeals of delight, just giggling.
Just giggling, yes, probably. Sandal, you probably have a shiver run down your spine. Okay,
Don't know.
so nothing else anyone wants to accomplish.
Not really.
Okay.
Not
Not a
tonight.
minute.
So, dawn comes bright and early the next morning, and I need someone to roll a d20 for me, please.
Up from the top.
Oh, just a reminder for Annette, you need to be reading a book.
Oh yes, I will.
Yes.
I will have read my after. I won't be distracted because I only need 4 hours sleep, so I'll get another. How many hours? We'll say I wasted an hour looking at Gunter.
Sounds about right.
So about
Probably, I would say you got
6
in,
hours.
yeah, another 6 hours. So you had 8 originally, so you're now on 14.
Me. I'm just gonna add that to our notes in the treasure chest thing, just so I can keep track of it.
Yep.
And then what do you need? A d20?
Yep, a d20 roll, please.
You happy with
Talia
Val going
has
first?
Clocked. How many hours?
You have done 14 so far. So
14
I'd
hours
say
of
you're
the-
halfway there. I think
How
it was
many
28
hours do I need to?
hours.
Was it 28 hours?
I think it was 28 hours, yes. I will double check in a minute. Do not have the item open currently.
Just say Talia has got 14 hours of 28 of the book.
Yeah, let me just
There you go.
double check.
And I could, pardon me, edit that. Thank you for reminding me. I would have forgotten.
Hang on. Tome of Understanding, there it is. Let me just double check. Yeah, 48 hours over a period of 6 days or fewer. So,
Oh, 48 hours.
48 hours, yeah.
Okay, so let me change
So-
that. So 14 hours of 48, not 28.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
Cool, cool, cool.
Okay. So, 17. Okay. So, the ship begins moving at full speed again after you guys awake and begin helping. And as you draw ever closer and away from land, the first thing that happens, Blossom, is your compass that had been pointing steadily behind you back towards the island that you had gone past now starts flicking towards the front of the ship as well, towards where you know Moradin's Forge to be. It has picked up that one again.
I have no idea if I've spelled that right. Feel free to change it if I haven't.
Nope,
Oh,
nope.
did you add that?
I've just made marks on the.
Oh, I
map.
see. Yeah, I was like, I don't remember that being there before.
It's an R instead of an N on the third letter, but it's close enough, so we'll leave it.
Oh yeah.
I should
I
put
know.
Monadin's Forge instead of Moradin's.
Mm.
But as you all spend the day helping above deck, in the distance on the horizon, you can just faintly see the beginnings of what looks like some form of low-hanging sea mist. And Bosun sort of looks up at it and goes, am I sailing through that or am I avoiding it?
I say we will err on the side of caution and go around.
Okay, if I go fully around, it's probably going to take a while, but I can probably skirt the edges, and
How long?
Yeah.
if I go all the way around, it'll probably add maybe half a day.
Should we?
If
What
I
do you
skirt-
think, guys?
I was gonna say, should we risk it?
Hang on a minute. Let me send Queenie over. I have Queenie, don't I? I don't think she's died recently, has she?
I don't think so.
I think she's okay. We can, yeah.
Yeah,
I'll
well,
click my
I'll
fingers.
I'll
Something
say
like
that
that.
during this travel, you've probably done what's necessary to resummon
Yeah.
Queenie, even if she had.
I'll
gone.
I'll send Queenie to fly over and just
Okay.
check out the mist. See
Queenie-
I'll look through her eyes and have a look.
As Queenie flies into this rainbow opalescent mist that from the distance you couldn't see the colours,
Get down!
but
Get off
closer
my
up you
fucking
can.
computer! Get down! Sorry.
It's okay. As she flies into it, you are just entranced by the beauty of what you see. Within this mist, there is just rainbows and opalescent shine everywhere, and it is just absolutely beautiful.
I mean, I can still talk, can't I? In
Yeah.
this form.
Yeah.
It's really pretty. Kind of sass. I don't
Queenie
know if
does
it's
not-
good or bad.
Queenie does not seem to be suffering any adverse effects. She's getting a bit wet. It's like a very clingy mist, but that's about it.
Seems relatively harmless.
Let's go for it.
I mean, what harm
Okay.
did a rainbow ever cause?
Famous last words.
Well, soon to find out.
Yes.
Okay.
What harm ever came from reading a book? Like,
When the epitaph reads, "Here lies Val," famous last words. What harm could a rainbow do?
But the ship sails forward into the mist, and as the mist draws closer, you do see this just opalescent shine to it, with just these rainbows and colors running through it constantly.
And we're trapped there forever.
And as the ship enters and the mist swallows everything, it is still bright in here. It doesn't block out sunlight. It just seems to perfectly refract it. And everywhere you look around you is just these shoots of rainbows and sparks of color. And every bit of the deck gets a little bit wet from the mist, but then also gains this beautiful opalescent sheen. And is just entrancing and beautiful.
Pretty.
And as you sail through, as you guys, are all of you above deck and observing this?
Yeah, I'm above deck.
Val is
Zandal
probably
wouldn't
We're gonna
Yeah.
get
Yes.
hopelessly fucking lost, aren't we?
So Zandal's not.
Sandal be in the workshop if everyone else is currently helping out. He'll help out
Okay.
later.
All right, Blossom, are you on deck?
Yeah.
Everyone on deck, as you sail through this mist,
Mhm.
after an hour, you all gain a point of inspiration
Oh,
from the
I still
beauty
have
of your
inspiration from-
surroundings.
I still had inspiration on my sheet, so I'll just take it off and put
Yeah.
it back on again because
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
so did I.
the one that was on there before was probably expired.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
So,
think
yeah.
I think we
Rested.
got one from a similar effect, didn't we?
Yeah,
I think it was
something
You
similar.
did,
dolphins
yeah.
or something on the
Dolphins.
way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because you didn't hurt them.
No, we just
Does
watched.
inspiration do again?
Inspiration is a free
A
reroll
roll.
at
Free
some
reroll.
point.
Cool.
But yeah, you after a couple of hours, you pass harmlessly out of the mist and continue on your journey.
Oh,
We're all.
I was just
sparkling.
I was just
Yeah.
on the edge of my seat waiting for it to go, and you're lost and you've added a week to your journey or
Mm.
something horrific.
Nope. No, this was actually one of those rare good things I type in my encounter tables.
Yay.
We all look around at each other. It's like we're all sparkly and glittery. Am I pretty now?
Okay. As the night
I
begins
imagine
to-
like next time Zandal sees someone, he'll be like, "Have
Why are
you
you
been
sparkling?"
rolling around in metal shavings?"
Oh no,
or
they're not.
something?"
You don't glitter anymore.
Oh.
Not now that
No.
you've left. Not now that you've left the
Finally done.
mist. It was only in that particular area of the mist. Something about that, either that area of the sea or that general location. Something just seemed to work perfectly with the light and the sea vapor to make this rainbow fog bank.
Do you think Paddy's adding these in so he can trick us some more because we're getting wise to his antics?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
What antics?
It's
I
like
don't know what you mean.
throw in
What
some
antics?
good stuff. Make
Yeah,
them think,
tomorrow
"Oh,
we're going to be
Lull
attacked
them
by a
into
water
major
bullet.
suspicion, and then it's been like, "Oh, I was actually good. I wasn't trying
There
to kill
is
you."
always good stuff in my encounter tables. You just don't roll it.
Yeah,
we
that's
just
the story
roll.
about
We
life,
just roll
yeah.
like shit.
Yeah, that is your dice curse, not mine.
The next roll will be a
Cool. Right,
Tarask,
Anyway,
so...
we've had another
Yeah.
night. Yes, we've had
Yeah, the
another
night-
night.
The night begins to draw in, and as it does, Blossom, your compass stops pointing between 2 points and is now only pointing at the one, which is now behind the ship again. You have passed
Cool.
over the Silent Strait.
I'll clock another 8 hours on the
Okay.
book. I then get my 4 hours sleep, so that's 22. Now I'm nearly halfway.
Yep. And this is your 3rd day of reading. So you've only got 3 more days.
Yeah, it needed to be 8 hours a day.
Well,
Yeah.
depending on what we roll next, maybe I'll spend
Mhm.
an entire day reading.
Okay. All right. The night passes uneventfully, and dawn comes rising over the horizon again. This time with a slight cloud cover. It doesn't look like it's going to rain, but the weather has certainly taken a slight turn for the worse. Who would like to roll me the d20 for today?
I'll
I
do
think...
Okay.
it. 6.
6. Okay. So, you sail on through the day without any issue or seeing even another ship or creature for miles around. Everything is calm. Though the weather is dark and cloudy, it's still a pleasant day. There is a gentle breeze. There is just enough warmth in the air that you don't feel too cold, but you make good time. And by the time night begins to fall, the ship begins to slow again, and you all begin
Can
to
I
go.
be reading this entire time then? I'll lock myself in my room and
Yeah,
just keep
so-
reading.
Yeah, so you can have another 12 hours on the book.
I know this spell doesn't really work that way, but if Urt was to cast Enhance Ability and give Fox's Cunning to Talia, which would normally give her advantage on intelligence checks, would that help her absorb some more of the book from an intelligence standpoint or anything like that?
It's hours clocked,
No.
not comprehension.
I know, I just
It's-
thought I'd... Yeah.
I've now done 34, so if I
Yeah.
read all day and the next day and get another 12 hours, I will have finished the book.
The point of the book is that it doesn't take 48 hours to read the book. Like, the book itself is just like a regular book. It's reading and rereading and comprehending and taking it in. That's what's necessary.
So it's a blank page with just one line on it that you've got to read over and over and over again.
Potentially.
So
Stop being
next
dumb.
day, as long as nothing interrupts me, I am going to read all day again.
Okay.
And I
You
hope
should
that people are bringing me tea or whiskey or something.
But as the night begins to draw in, Talia, you've got the highest passive perception, yeah?
But I'm below deck reading the book.
You're below deck, so never mind. Who would be on deck
Unfortunately.
as the night draws in?
If it's evening time, I imagine Xandal would be.
Okay.
And so
What
would
is-
Val, probably.
What are your passive perceptions?
Uh,
Mine's
10.
14.
15.
15. So, yeah. Val, you would probably notice. It's nothing major. You just hear the odd, like, sound of splashing water and, like, the parting of waves off the side of the ship.
Okay. Considering the last time there was splashing and gurgling on the side of a ship, Val got basically flattened by 60 goblins coming out of a submarine.
That's funny.
Val's just going to take a closer look, and if he can't see anything, he's going to try and get somebody with better dark vision. Probably Vienna to come over and have a look, see if she can spot what's going on.
So go ahead and roll me a perception check, please.
Okay. 1.
1. You sort of look down and you're sort of glancing into the water and you just see spray and foam and you're like, must just be my imagination sort of thing.
Is it that fucking sea hag again?
Well, I would have heard
Wait,
the
don't you
noise
think
though, wouldn't I?
You heard the sound of water moving, but
Okay. Fair enough. Dooby-dooby-doo.
No, oblivious. This always happens when I'm not around. Damn it.
So you all eventually make your way to your various rests. And
I am
anyone-
aware when I'm inert, though.
about to say, is anyone taking a watch?
I think purely out of boredom, Vienna might.
Okay.
yeah, I think what most of us would take at least a bit of a watch at least during the night.
Okay.
Right.
So
I would have thought it wasn't really necessary since Bosun would be aware, wouldn't he?
Bosun is aware, but at the same time, he can only watch so much of the ship when he's focusing on steering.
But isn't it, if anyone that isn't us and isn't linked to the ship lands on the ship, doesn't he just go sink?
No. No, he can't sink the ship at this point with you guys on it. You guys would
What?
drown.
No, you said that we were
No,
protected.
so yeah,
Only
we're
us
protected
get-
when we're
No,
going.
only
through
you
water
guys
plane
can
of
go
travel.
into the staff area, into like where your lodgings are. Other things can go into the hold. They can go into the cannon rooms. That
Oh,
sort of
right.
thing.
Yeah, so
And they
like
can-
when we're getting the ship loaded and stuff like that, we wouldn't be personally carrying crates onto the ship.
I know,
it'd
it meant
be
it's more people that
help
are
workers.
permission to get on the ship.
No, but anything can get on the ship. The only area that is completely blocked off is your rooms, which is only a small area. But things like the workshop, the training room, all those sorts of places can be accessed by anything.
Right.
Okay, so Vienna, if you could make me a perception check, please.
Just normal, yeah.
Yep.
Would you like me to as well, seeing as I said I was, or
If you're up on deck as well, then yes, please.
yeah.
Okay. So you
We're all the
both
same.
you rolled the same, and you matched exactly what these creatures rolled.
Oh no.
I can imagine we're
wait,
both
no,
just
meets
sort
it,
of like
meets it.
sat there chattering.
Yeah, meets it, beats it. So
Yeah.
so the
Like,
only
as
two
we're
currently
talking.
on the deck are you two. Sorry, I'm just getting the map sorted.
I mean, I'm still on the deck.
Here
I
we
just
go.
am oblivious.
Yeah.
Does that mean I have to subtract some hours from the
I
book?
think.
No, this is after that. So you're
Oh,
on
okay.
the deck, probably there-ish. So I'm going to give you guys the visual.
So I'm 2 decks below or just 1? I think I'm 2 decks below, aren't I?
You are now 2 decks below.
try and get them to fall.
You can try.
I'll
Just
give it
changed
a go, why
scenes
not?
and everybody was muted. Sorry for people in stream. Oh, we've been muted since we changed to the map.
Oh, whoops. Oh, sorry.
Where sharks?
Where sharks are attacking the ship, and I'm currently trying to grab one's leg and yank and see if I can make one of them fall off the ship. I mean, I'll only delay it getting to the top deck.
So
but...
it's a strength athletics check, please, for you, and an athletics check for it. So
22.
oh, it got a 16. So yeah, you can quite easily. You grab it and you give a hard yank, and it loses its grip and begins falling back to the ocean.
Cool. And then I'll try and make it as close to the stairs
you
as
can
I
choose
can get,
which one would you have wanted to grab.
The one nearest Sandal.
Okay, so Xandal, you're very ready with your hammer, and you just see the were shark's eyes just go wider, and then it just plummets back into the water.
Yay!
I'm waiting. I'm waiting. Ah.
Okay,
Delayed
so yeah,
gratification.
you are now on the cannon deck, Talia. Okay, so Ert's turn. Ert is obviously also only going to be able to get to the cannon deck this turn.
That's fine. She's gonna do the movement, and I guess it's gonna be Spirit Guardians at 5th level.
Okay, so
Okay. It's a bit OTT.
I mean, she's got 6th level Spirit Guardians now, so
I know, but like, don't blow your load
Okay.
early.
she is not near enough the top deck yet for this to have any effect, but
that's fine.
it
It's
is
there.
up and working.
You're a
Okay.
cat. Yes, you-
Valdizian, it's your turn.
Yeah, cool. I assume I've been pointed in a direction by Xandal of something, or I've seen them come over the edge now.
You can now there's something coming up the ship. That's all you know. You assume that Vienna has seen one and Xandal has seen one from their locations,
Okay.
but you don't know the whereabouts of the others.
And what about the one that's right on the front?
The
Is
one
that...
right on the front is technically climbing up the front at the moment.
Ah, okay. I will probably run... What Val would probably actually do is run to that side to have a look where Xandal is looking.
Yep, you just watch as this humanoid shark is just plummeting back into the water with a red hand having just pulled back into the gun port.
And then he's going to skirt around the outside to see if he can spot any more, so he'll probably get to there. And
you can spot that one climbing up the side of the ship.
he's going to ready a thwack with Mortimer if it comes within range.
Okay, so you're just holding your attack action. All
Yeah.
right. Okay, Vienna, your turn.
How close is this guy to me?
So currently he is probably about, I would say, 10 feet away from getting up onto the deck. He's just outside of melee range, but not so far that you couldn't face point blast him with an Eldritch Blast.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Eldritch Blast.
Good old faithful.
Okay.
It's alright, I had a bit of a brain fart and I forgot what I was doing.
I know them feels.
So
I've done it
18.
again, haven't I, where I've rolled...
You rolled the damage, yes, but
Yeah.
the 18 does hit, so that is 6 force damage to that one.
And there you go, second one.
Second one also hits, 9 more force damage. Nice. They both hit, and you watch as it just like slams into this creature's like grey fixed hide, and it grunts, and you can see scorch marks on it, and it looks like it's done some damage, but it is
We're
now.
11th level, aren't we, now?
You are, yes. Do you get a third Eldritch Blast?
Yes.
Eldritch Blast!
Whether that one hit or not, I don't know, but... there you go.
11 does not, unfortunately.
Oh well.
Oh man.
But now I know I've got 3.
Yeah, 11 just misses.
Cool. Get
Okay.
smacked it.
Blossom, on your turn, I'm assuming you spend your turn running up
Yep.
onto the cannon deck.
Mhm.
Okay. Anything else, or do you want to use your action to dash, or?
Yeah, I'll try and get up as
Yeah,
soon as possible.
So if you dash, you can get just to the top of the stairs there.
Oh.
Okay. The were-shark's turns. So this one is going to finish climbing up. This one is going to finish climbing up and get on. Finish climbing up, get on. Finish climbing up, get on. Finish climbing up, get on. This one is going to have to start his climb all over again. So only gets halfway up. So this one is going to come over to you, Val.
And it gets a thwack.
Yep, you have your held action.
Yeah. So 16.
16 hits.
Whack. Whackity whack.
I take it since it's a held action, I can't put a smite into that.
The ruling of smite just says when you hit a creature.
Mhm.
So
Okay.
yeah, you can put a smite into it.
Okay.
DM said yes. Go for it.
Second level smite, so that's an extra 3d8, I think it is.
3d8. Yep.
And since I'm level 11 now, I also have improved divine smite, which gives another 1d8.
It's already rolled it.
Okay, cool.
It adds it, yeah.
Yeah,
If it's a
you
feat,
wouldn't.
D&D Beyond
Mortimer
will add it.
doesn't normally do radiant damage.
Ah, cool. Happy
So
days.
I'm assuming, was that a one-handed or a two-handed strike?
Since probably one-handed, that's normally what I go for.
Okay, so 21. That's 24 points of damage. Oof, that is a meaty hit on this guy. He he runs up to you and you just like almost like skewer him through the shoulder slightly, and he just goes "Argh!" and proper winces, and then pulls it back out, and you can see this light, almost like red blood, just like not quite normal human blood leaking down his shoulder.
Well, Blossom really does like sushi, so...
So
Shark?
Yeah, the
one,
first thing I was
Shark fin
thinking was this is perfectly ethical for shark fin soup.
25.
Yeah, they try
They
to kill
attack
him.
us.
Defense,
There.
self-defense, so. Legit.
30 dash to there, and this one is going to 5, 10, 20 dash to there.
Mhm.
So only two of them actually get attack actions this turn, which is one against Vienna and one against Val. So we'll do the one against Val first. It is going to make a trident strike,
Okay.
which is, let's say, 24 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay, so, and he's using two hands, so you take 7 piercing damage. I believe piercing is one of your vulnerabilities.
Yeah.
So
It'll
you
be
take 14 piercing damage. It is then going to use its second attack to make a bite against you. It first lunges with the trident and sort of like skims your arm, drawing a line of blood, and then it lunges forward, aiming for your shoulder and your neck with a bite. That is a 8 to hit.
No.
You sort of see the bite coming, and you just quickly bring Mortimer up and sort of do the classic, oh god, it's a shark, action. Okay. Vienna, trident against you. That is a 20 to hit, not natural. Hello? Am I still here?
Yeah.
Yep. I think it's
It's
Vienna.
me
who
on
did it.
mute. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, that
Okay.
hits.
So Vienna, you take, that is 12 piercing damage. And then it is also going to lunge in for a bite attack. That is a 16 to hit on the bite.
Beats it.
Okay. So you are going to take 7 piercing damage.
Okay.
And I also need you to make me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Oh god, because they're werewolves! Oh my god, if Fiona turns into a wereshark, I'm going to die of laughter.
Okay. You feel something as the bite sinks into your shoulder, and you feel these teeth dig in, and you feel something try and sink into your body. but you feel like you maybe managed to push it away. And as you push the shark away, it does leave a few teeth in your shoulder, which you
Oh.
then watch regrow in its mouth.
Ugh.
God damn it,
Okay.
Arlong.
At the top of the round,
But you're right, that would be hilarious if Fiona became a were-shark.
at initiative count 20, the Ferry of the Depths is going to lash out ropes and is going to inflict disadvantage on this were-shark, this were-shark, and this were-shark. There we go. So they all now have a disadvantage on all rolls whilst aboard the ferry, because they are being like attacked by living ropes that are just like lashing around their limbs and trying to harry them at every opportunity.
Yeah, take that.
Sandal, it's your turn.
Okay, so I'm going to move more middle.
Yep.
And I'm going to, in hopes of obviously causing damage, but there is a secondary motive behind it. Hold on, bear with me. There is a secondary motive behind it, which you'll figure out in a moment. I'm going to cast Chaos Bolt.
Okay.
Deliberately.
Okay.
14.
14 does indeed hit.
Ooh. So I've got to roll 2d8. So 4 or 7. That is. I get to pick.
So it's 11 damage and then more of the.
Yeah.
You
Hold
choose
on.
the type of damage.
Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That's either force. Or 7, 5, 6, 7, or psychic. I'm going with psychic damage.
Okay. As the Chaos Bolt hits, you watch this shark-like creature grasp its head in pain, and it's a very disconcerting thing watching a half-human, half-shark like almost scream in pain.
That was the damage, sorry.
11, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Right, yeah.
Okay. Anything else for your turn, Sandal?
No, that's everything I can do.
Okay. Talia, with your movement, you can now get to the top of these stairs.
Sweet.
Sorry, I forgot about the secondary effect of the
Yep.
use of the mark. I'm going to use one of my hit die, and
Yep.
hopefully it's my apologies.
Sorry.
I'm still learning this, but this ability. One of my hit dice and re-roll it. If I roll an even number, I gain a number of temporary hit points. That won't be. And if I rolled an odd number, a random creature within 30 feet of me takes force damage equal to the number rolled.
Okay.
So,
My hit dice.
oh, that one, he's probably, what, that far away, technically? Or is he about that far away?
He's
Not quite at the lip, is he? Because he started climbing again.
no,
didn't
he had to start climbing again. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a random creature, so that could
So it'll
affect
be...
the were
Does that
tiger,
affect-
were shark, blossom.
Or me, because I
Like,
just got to the top of the stairs.
you're at the
But
top,
actually, no,
yeah.
because if this is before I've taken my turn, technically,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I forget
it
what
won't
my
hit me yet, because I'm not.
So go ahead and roll your hit dice.
Let's find out if it's
I
odd
forgot
or
what an artificer's hit die was. It's been that long.
If you just go pretend to take a short rest, it'll show you what you're.
Yeah. Good
I
thing.
believe
It should say. Mine's a D8.
D8, yeah.
Yeah.
Like a rogue. Yeah.
3.
So,
So
odd
a
number.
random
Is odd.
creature takes 3 force damage.
Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 3 creatures that could take. So roll a d6 for me.
Okay.
Huh? What you said within 30 feet?
Yeah.
He's not. He's not. Oh, that one is.
He is.
That's for it. Oh, that one and
Yeah,
that one. And then all
Yep.
blossom. Right. Okay. Cool.
2.
Two.
Okay. So the one that you previously hit with the psychic strike now like reels again as like a random like blow just blasts into them from nowhere. And
And then I
staggers
get
a
to the
little
top
bit.
of the stairs.
Yep. And it's now your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna. Ooh. Now, from how it starts, if I was to do my special ability, it would hit Blossom as well, wouldn't it? With the sword.
The lightning rapier, yes.
I'll just on-hand, off-hand smack it with my
Okay.
rapier then in melee, because I'll be at disadvantage with open shot. So,
Okay.
let's see if I hit with my main hand.
17 does indeed hit.
Okay, so that's... Oh, sneak attacks is within 5 feet of thingy, which is 20.
Yep. So that's 9, 11,
2 lightning.
36 damage.
Okay, and then...
That is a lot.
Then a normal one, I just rolled a d20 because I don't get any additional bonuses. Which was a 2, so it misses.
Yeah, 2 does miss.
Okay.
The lightning rapier digs in, and you just watch the lightning surge through this creature, and it convulses and shakes, and lets out this just scream of pain. And then
That was
sort
a
of
meaty
collapses
hit,
with
that was.
smoke coming off it. That was a meaty hit.
I told you, I either miss entirely or I hit you like a truck.
Okay.
There's no in between.
End of your turn, or anything else you'd like to do?
I've used my movement. I'd be at disadvantage from bolts from the grave. No.
Oh,
I
then
think
again,
that'll do.
you on hand, off hand, so that was your bonus
Yeah,
action.
so
Yeah.
with my bonus action
Yep.
anyway. I did say
Okay.
I don't need to do anything. I'll stay where I am.
Okay. Ert's turn.
She gets to the top of the stairs.
Yep.
So,
we'll
I'll
probably
move.
say she comes out there.
She's going to.
So he'll need to take a
Wisdom saving throw at the beginning of his turn. Yes.
Yeah. She's going to ready a melee. Oh no, she can take an attack from there, can't she? A
Yeah.
melee attack. Cool.
Yep.
Juggling character sheets. Thwack. Does not hit.
miss.
Miss nat 1 as well.
Smacks Blossom around the head.
No, there's no one close enough to do anything with it. It's just like a complete whiff. It's just.
Yeah.
It's basically she ran up the stairs getting ready to hit, and just like her foot caught on the last stair and she swung too early.
Bless her.
Okay, and the second attack?
Oh, I forget she gets 2.
You said whack.
Yep,
That's a bit better.
18.
18 does hit. And that's 9 damage. Okay, this guy is looking...
She
Pretty
also
roughed
gets
up.
a 1d8 for Divine Strike.
Yeah, it's already included.
Has it? Okay,
It says
cool.
bludgeoning
Otherwise-
4, divine strike 5.
I don't have my glasses on, so I'm just...
If it's included on DnD Beyond, it will include it in the roll.
Yeah.
Calculations.
Okay. So yes, this guy's looking pretty hurt. You can see all this pale blood streaked across it. It's slightly burnt from lightning. You can see its eyes changing from like a hunting plan now to, oh, this may have been too much.
This dinner fights back.
Yeah. Okay. Val, your turn.
Val's going to kind of move almost... There's a little bit of space between the two squares here, so he's going to kind of try and move into that little bit, basically pin himself against the side
I
of the
mean,
boat.
you've got wings, so yes,
Yeah.
that's fine.
And he's going to basically go, I hope the little man did something right. And he's going to point his finger out, put the finger up against the were-shark's forehead, and cast Line.
Oh god.
What's that?
Okay.
Well,
What's
so
that?
I'm putting 2 charges into the gauntlet and basically
Oh,
blasting
line,
lightning
right.
damage in a line through the 2 enemies, because it's 80 foot.
Yeah, it's an 80-foot line.
like
Snap
that,
center. Yeah, you can easily get both of them.
And that'll
Yeah,
be 5d6 lightning damage.
What they have to make a dex save, correct?
Yeah, or
One
14,
is
or
it?
it's halved.
One is at disadvantage because of the ferry, gets a nat 1. The other one
You should take double damage if you roll
fail.
that one, right?
They both fail.
Okay, so yeah, he's gonna make a gun symbol and just like fire, and that's 14 points of lightning damage.
Yep, to both of them. Yikes.
Nice.
I can just imagine Val's face as he does this, like,
Good job, little man.
It feels like there's a little bit of recoil as well, just like.
Ooh.
As you bring up the gauntlet and you bring up those charges from within, you watch as that gem in the center of the hand glows brightly with this inner lightning, and you watch as it travels along the finger, forming into this just small actinic spark at the end. And the wereshark just stares at it in horror, and then you just go, boop, and it is like a lightning bolt goes off it. It's just like, you just watch it punch through this wereshark's like shoulder and through to the other one, and you watch them both convulse and shake before the lightning like flashes out across the thing, and it is blinding. This isn't magical lightning. This is generated actual harnessed electricity. This is like basically watching a Tesla coil go off, but through a shark. And your whole arm is now just sort of smoking slightly.
Yeah, may need to get a cooling solution on this.
That works really well.
Thank you.
Say thank you for Xandal's invention.
No, I'm thanking Xandal for it, saying thank you.
Yep. Anything else for your turn, Val, or is that it?
It says that counts as an action. I can only attack
Yep.
twice if it is an actual attack.
It is. You have to take the attack action, yes.
Okay. What I can do is... Can I bonus action Thunderous Smite?
You can cast Thunderous Smite, but that will have to wait until your next weapon attack.
That's fine. I'm going to do that.
That is now prepped on Mortimer, ready for the next time. Is Thunderous Smite concentration, or is it just cast and then go?
Concentration up to 1 minute.
Yep, so you are now concentrating on that, but if you lose concentration before, then it fades.
That's fine.
Okay, so concentrating on that. Okay. Vienna, your turn. There is a wereshark up in your grill.
I am going to switch my gauntlet to hammer,
Okay,
and I am going to punch him with Eldritch Smite.
go ahead and roll your Eldritch Blast.
I'll punch him in the face. Nice.
Sharks are worried because the gauntlets
Both-
are out to
both.
play.
Oh god, okay, hang on. So 1, 2,
Wait.
all 3 hit easily, and that's 10, 22, 33
didn't know-
points of force damage.
I didn't know you took a level of monk.
Oh,
You just did flurry of bows, basically, didn't you?
Yeah.
you just
It's like left, right, and an uppercut.
you all just watch as Vienna just tugs these remaining shark teeth out of her shoulder and just like clenches them between the knuckles of the gauntlet as it glows with this dark purple energy, and she just wham, wham, wham into this shark's face
Let's go.
right on the nose, and you can see it just reeling back, just like, what the fuck?
I've heard that works for sharks. Just punch it in the nose.
Okay, Blossom, your turn.
Sure. I'm going to Crimson
Oh,
Right
that up, have we?
first.
Yep.
Was I up to a D8 on that? Or is
I
that
believe
12?
so, yes. That's pretty good. Lowest amount of damage you could take.
Yep. And then this one's basically dead already, isn't it? So,
It's looking like rough. It's still fighting. I mean, 28 definitely hits.
yep. For
16.
3 lightning.
So 16 points of damage. Okay.
Is it still stood on that?
It is still standing. Yep.
Sure. Second attack then.
You do gain a charge on the crystal.
Oh, yep. That's full at the minute, actually.
23 hits, yep.
For another 12.
12. It is still standing. It's looking very hurt now, though.
We'll do then, I suppose.
Okay. It is now their turn again. So the 2 in Spirit Guardians need to make wisdom saving throws. 1 at disadvantage.
Yeah, they do.
Wisdom. So 1 gets a 15. I don't know what's the save on it.
15 is the save.
So 1 saves, 1 does not. So
Cool.
1 takes half damage, 1 takes full. Ha! That is a lot of. That is a beefy chunk of damage.
The little Erts that are running around, half have basically Erts changed them into like little Vienna gauntlets on and are just punching the creatures, and half are just like zapping them with a gauntlet.
Yep. The one in front of now, or in front of Blossom, is now looking like it is barely standing. And is in fact going to make the choice to try and run away. So it is actually going to use its action to disengage. And is going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and is just going to leap off the ship.
I'll
stay for dinner. Didn't mention that you were going to be dinner, but...
So this one manages to get fully onto the deck, and is going to use the last of its movement to get to there.
He just gets up and he's just like, oh?
15.
Why are we running?
Where's Harry gone?
This one.
Why did Bob
half
just jump
movement
off the
to
ship voluntarily?
15 to get to there. So, the one. So we're going to start with the ones against Vienna. One of them has disadvantage on its attacks because of the ferry, but it has advantage because of Blood Frenzy. So, because you have lost hit points to it, you are not at full hit points. So Blood Frenzy kicks in. So that is a 19 to hit with the trident.
Yep.
So you take. That's 10 piercing damage.
I'm gonna hellish rebuke it.
Okay. That is a dex saving throw for it. At disadvantage. It definitely fails. It rolled a 20 and a 2. The disadvantage screwed it. Ooh. Okay.
Shocking him. It was like, it's because he cracked a joke about us rolling shit, so now we're just like, annihilate every encounter.
It is still standing. As it like jabs the trident along your side and draws blood, you just hellish rebuke and it gets wreathed in flame. But as it screams, it does lunge forward again for another bite. That is a 17 to hit.
Yep, hits.
So.
Oh wait, when that other thing ran off, shouldn't we have got an attack of opportunity?
Disengaged.
No, it used its action to disengage.
Oh, okay. Fair. Oh, right.
That is 15. That is 19 points of piercing damage from the bite. And another con save, please.
Right, 19, did you say?
Yep.
We don't have
damage,
yet, do we?
Oh no.
Okay. You feel that same sensation sinking in as that bite sinks into your arm this time. The one behind you is now going to make its trident attack, but this one gets advantage because of Blood Frenzy. That is plus 6 to hit, so that's 23 to hit.
Yep.
You take 9 piercing damage.
Okay.
And then advantage on the bite attack. Roll 2 natural 3s, so that's only a 9 to hit.
Okay, yeah, that misses.
Okay. you just have these 2 sharks just going jabbing at you and trying to going, you're just like, oh, okay, this is getting a bit
intense now.
A bit intense
Getting a bit
over
spicy.
here. Okay, so over with Val. The first one is at disadvantage because of the ferry, but advantage because of Blood Frenzy. So Trident attack. That is a 18 to hit.
Does not hit.
Does not hit. Okay, and then the bite attack. That is a 22 to hit.
Yeah.
So the bite sinks in. That is 14 points of piercing damage, doubled to 28.
Mm-hmm.
And you are.
Do you want me to check my racial feats?
No, it's a paladin thing. Paladins, after a certain level, are immune to diseases. I'm just trying to decide.
Is
it a
the were
disease or a
creatures by a
curse?
disease or a curse?
Divine
That's
health.
what I'm trying.
It's a curse.
That is
it's
what
not
I
a
am
disease.
trying to. It's what I'm trying to rule now in my head.
I mean, divine health. Yeah, I've got that. So that's I'm immune to disease.
It depends on
It's
what
the question
type of
of.
lycanthropy they have.
It's the question of: is the lycanthropy curse a curse or is it a cursed disease? That is the ruling I have to make. If it's a cursed disease, then Val is immune to it. Seeing as it is transmitted via bite, I am going to rule that it is a cursed disease, so Val is immune to lycanthropy in this situation.
Aww.
Unless he chooses to fail the saving throw.
No.
Now, you like to proselytize about Tritherian. Can I interest you in the Order of the Lycan?
This is when we all of a sudden become like street sharks.
Yeah! Oh, Street Sharks, that takes me back.
I think-
it
Okay.
really
What a
does.
show that was.
Because I'm just saying, because Val doesn't know what this kind of disease thing is, he would have probably tried to shrug it off or change it because he doesn't know what it is.
Yeah, you feel something try and sink in, but your holy protection from Tritherian kicks in and immediately expunges it. However, the other were shark is now going to get its strikes, and it has advantage because of Blood Frenzy. So the trident hit is a 9.
9.
9,
Narp.
so narp. And the
Narp.
bite is a 20, not natural.
Yeah.
So that
Yeah.
hits. You are going to take 12 piercing damage, double to 24.
Okay.
Okay. You need to make me concentration checks for your thunderous smite as well.
Yeah.
All
That's
the
just a
rolls.
straight roll, not a save,
2.
isn't it?
You need to make me 2. Yeah. It's a save. It's
Okay.
a Constitution saving throw.
Times 2.
12
Yep. That's fine. You pass the first one.
and 23.
You pass them both. You are maintain your concentration on thunderous smite, and then one of them is going to get a trident and a bite attack against Xandal. The trident strike is a 21 to hit. Okay, so you take 9 piercing damage, and then because you've lost hit points, the bite attack Blood Frenzy kicks in.
Does that count as it's my temporary hit points that have taken
It
there?
would be your temporary hit points that went first, yes.
Yeah.
So you have not
So I
lost.
still have 1.
Right, so that is a single roll, so I will take the lower roll of those, so it only an 8 to hit
That's a miss.
on the second one. Okay. Alright, at initiative count 20, the ferry is going to kick in. It's lost one of its targets for disadvantage, so it is then going to impose disadvantage on this one behind Vienna. This one is no longer being messed with by the ropes. At the top of the round, Xandal, you're up. You're muted, sir.
Oh god, mic issues on his
I
end now.
am. No,
There we
I
go.
was just muted. So firstly, as a bonus action, I am going to cast Branding Smite.
Okay. So you are now concentrating on Branding Smite.
Yep. And then we're does Booming Blade just still count as part of the weapon attack? Or
Let me double check. Booming Blade. You brandish the weapon used in the spell's casting and make a melee attack with it.
yeah, so because it's still 2 melee attacks. Crystalline, hammer time.
Yep, it is. The the sun has gone down. You are fighting
Yeah.
by the illumination aboard the ship, so this counts as darkness.
Yeah. 13.
13 just hits.
Sweet. Let's roll the d6. 1. Been a while since we've done that. The green glow of the hammer gains a pitch black core deep within the crystal, and the surrounding area's air feels thick and heavy. Until your next turn, anything within 10 feet of you has its speed halved and disadvantage on attack rolls. Ranged attacks into this area also have disadvantage.
Damn it,
There
Xandol.
we go.
It's gonna take me
Sorry.
longer. I'm not gonna be able to get to Vienna now.
Sorry. So that's two-handed, so 9 damage.
Yep.
It's reefed in the booming blade, and I have to branding smite, which is 2d6.
Wait, I can cast through my familiar, can't I?
You can cast through Queenie, yes.
Yes. Okay, I might be able to get around. Oh no, she'll have her movement up as
And
well.
it takes 8.
Okay. I believe Branding Smite is fire damage.
No, it's radiant.
Radiant. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, and it's now glowing.
Okay. Or shimmering from the booming blade.
No, that's part of the branding smite. The next time you
Okay.
hit a creature with a weapon attack before the spell ends, the weapon gleams with astral radiance as you strike. The attack deals an extra radiant damage to the target, which becomes visible if it's invisible, and the target sheds dim light in a 5-foot radius and can't become invisible until the spell ends.
Okay, so it is glowing.
Yeah.
Alright. Do you want to take your second attack?
Yes, please. Still at normal. 14.
14 hits.
Okay, that's your base damage, 15.
Yep.
And it's still loving the yeah, you
Yep.
can't move very fast.
Okay, that the end of your turn, Sandal?
That's the end of my turn, yeah.
Okay. Talia, your turn. You are half
Okay.
speed
Yeah.
until you get out of that aura.
I will move 15 feet to here.
Well, no, you're only... So it's going to take you 10 feet to move to there, and then after that your movement is normal, because you are out of Sandal's aura.
I want to be there anyway, so I can still get to there, can't I?
Yeah,
Or
but that's...
would
So
it
that's
be
10,
here?
5, 20...
It would
So
be
that's
20
10,
total.
15. So you've still got 15 feet of movement left.
Okay. That's a good enough angle. I'll do it from there. I'm going to screw it. I'm going to use Darkthorn's Flaming Bolt.
Okay.
Let me just find my notes so I can remember how to do that, because that's not a current spell. That is 3d6 extra fire damage on top of that, and I'm going to shoot this shark here with Ebon Shot.
Okay. It is
And
dark
then-
out, so if this
Because I want to
hits,
try
it's an
out. I want
auto-crit.
to try out the repeater crossbow. So.
Yep.
26.
26 hits. This is an auto crit.
Okay, so it is that plus 3d6.
God, hang on. Let me. Maths. 12, 30,
Who was bragging about doing
41,
all his own maths?
41, 82. 82 points of damage.
I have broken my record of how much
This-
damage I can do in one
This
round.
shark goes from looking fairly healthy to just having like an arrow pass through part of its neck. It's searing the
Okay.
wound closed, but it like a good chunk of its neck is just gone.
And then I'm going to try out my repeater function. So that's
You fire and you watch as the bolt on top
every
of the slot.
time I try and do a second attack, I miss.
8 does miss, unfortunately.
Okay, and the cantrip that would have taken up my bonus action, so that's my turn, I think, isn't it?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't think I can
Alright.
do anything else, can I?
Don't think so.
Nope. No. Yes. The cantrip is a bonus action. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Ert's turn.
I need
I
a
need to update my
rules
thingy. What does
spell
83?
DM ruling on the wording of Guiding Bolt.
Okay.
Because Guiding Bolt states, a flash of light streaks towards a creature of my choice within range. Make a ranged spell attack.
Yes.
Guiding Bolt has 120-foot range. So
Yes.
even though I can't technically see Wereshark that jumped off the back, it's still in range. Would I be able to hit it with Guiding Bolt? Because
That's the wrong one,
I've
no.
seen it. It's jumped off the back. I suppose that would give me some idea of where it was. But
I would
the
say
actual-
you can, but it will have cover. It will
Okay.
have a slightly higher AC because it is off the ship and in the waves.
Okay.
Was it 83 damage that I did?
82.
82, cool. I'm just updating my record damage. There we go.
So
82.
because this is a YOLO, I'm going to do it at 5th level as well.
Bloody hell.
Um,
Poor Wereshark that's probably by this point gone.
Bear shark
the
that bit off
60
more than he
feet.
could chew.
that was a
literally.
27.
20!
That is a
That's
crit.
20!
You just watch the guiding bolt, just like as sort of grasps a holy symbol and goes, Triferian, guide me. And you watch as Ert's guiding bolt is normally formless. This one takes the form of a glowing sea serpent, which you know is one of Triferian's 3 animal companions. Gives out a mighty roar and just lunges into the distance, and then there is just this explosion of water, and a small couple of shark teeth just land on the deck.
What's roaring? What's roaring? I've got my back to all this. I'm fighting a shark.
I was not expecting that, but
I was not expecting that.
So this kind of just obliterated my record,
no, that was
I
only
think.
No,
50.
that would have been. It would have been
6.
2, 3. It was 21, so it would have been 42.
Yeah. Cool.
I just see all the dice and just assume it's a big.
But that poor shark had 2 hit points left. That is overkill and a half.
I can imagine Bosun looking over the back like, yeah, it's floating.
And
Bosun just hear Bosun call out, "We're chumming the waters!"
well, we did want to be a fishing boat, didn't we?
We're gonna need a bigger boat.
Anything else for Ert?
No, she's going to keep Spirit
Movement,
Guardians
bonus
up.
action? I mean, she's got
Um,
movement if he
It
wants
would
it.
be a fishing boat. We're catching fish. Kind of.
I mean, she's probably going to shift herself there, just
Yeah,
so that.
Just to catch the other one, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. Valdizian's turn then.
Here we go. Right, cool. Shiny. Mortimer's lance against the one that's right in front of him.
Okay. You do have your smite on it as well.
Yeah, I
Thunderous
need
smite.
to remember exactly what that does. I think it just gives me a...
Looking it up now.
Your weapon rings with thunder that is audible within 300 feet of you, and the attack deals an extra 2d6 thunder damage to the target.
Yeah, and they have to take a strength saving throw if they get hit. Or
Cool.
get pushed 10 feet away.
So, thwacky thwack.
Yep.
So we'll do that. So that is 27.
27 hit.
So that's the damage. Then we've got...
the same amount.
So 15.
And then 2d6. And the hell of it, I'll put a smite into that, a normal smite into that as well. So it's another 2d8. Yeah. And then a strength saving throw of 15.
Hang on. Bloody hell. Okay, and strength
If it's
saving
still
throw
up.
at disadvantage because of the disadvantage caused. Yep, no, it's fine. It stays on its feet.
Okay.
Even with disadvantage, it rolled an 18 and a 14 and has a +4 to that. So.
Okie doke. So it's still up, yeah.
Yep, still stood up. It sort of weathers the hit and just like it's looking rough. It's looking very rough now, but it is sort of like. Rah!
Let's have a look. So I had. So I've got 3 charges left in the gauntlet.
You've done 1 attack so far,
Yeah.
and that is.
Oh yeah,
the
I've done an
beginning
attack.
of your
Sorry.
action.
Yeah, never
so
mind.
you've got one more attack, and then your bonus action.
So 26.
Hits. I'm assuming same target.
Yeah. And I will put
And
another...
Thunderous Smite has now ended, so you are no longer concentrating.
I will
So
put a
another
normal
18.
smite into that as well. So that is 2d8.
Okay, he is still up, but looking very hurt now.
Cool. You know what? I'm gonna do Thunderous Smite again.
Okay, so
As
you
a bonus
cast that
action.
on Mortimer again, and you are now concentrating on it again.
Mhm.
Okay. Vienna, your turn.
Okay, a 30-foot cone. Will it get both of these?
Cone, hang on.
And technically, it'd start from there if it's.
Yeah, you can get both of them.
Isn't it?
It will clip
get
them
both.
both.
I will swizzle my gauntlet to sword, and
Yep.
yeah, Eldritch
That is
Blast.
dex saves for them. They're both at disadvantage. So, fail, fail, fail for one of them. Fail, fail. Yep, they're both going to take full damage on all of these.
Awesome. So I just need to roll damage for once, right?
Yep. Yep, just 3 sets of Eldritch Blast damage. Okay, one of them on the first blast is just eviscerated and just is in half on the floor.
Awesome.
The other one, 12, 16, 25. The other one is still up, albeit looking very hurt.
Okie dokie then. I don't think there's anything else I can really do, so I will leave it there.
Okay. Blossom, your turn.
Yep. I'll move down to there. Or not there, actually. And 12.
12 misses, unfortunately.
And 26.
26 does hit.
Wait, did I hear that right? Blossom missed an attack.
Blossom missed an attack, yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
And it is still alive.
Sure.
It won't be in a second after Spirit Guardians, but
Mm-hmm.
anything else?
That's fine then.
Okay. It is now the Wereshark's turns. This one, I mean, just roll the damage. Even if it passes, I don't think it's going to survive this. I mean, it's on 2 hit points, so
23.
yeah, that one just gets eviscerated by the tiny Urts and their gauntlets. Okay. So, for the other ones, they've just watched 3 of their friends get ripped to shreds. This one wouldn't be paying too much attention. This one is just going to focus on Sandal. It's in full blood frenzy now. This one's rather low on health. How are you looking, Val?
Bloodied.
How bloodied? Are we talking less than half hit points?
Just.
Are you looking tasty?
Right.
Or just
That-
appetizing?
Well, this is the thing. It's the thing of this thing's hurt, but if it thinks it can take you down with its friend in this round, it's going to try it.
I have 53 hit points of 108.
Right. Okay, then it probably is going to try. So, trident attack. That is a 19 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Bear in mind, you do have a reaction on your gauntlet if you want to use it.
Do I?
There is a reaction ability on there. The armor. 2 charges. grants you an additional 2 to your AC until the start of your next turn.
Doesn't say I can use it as a reaction though.
The user channels lightning from the gauntlet as a reaction.
Oh, as a reaction. Yeah. Yeah, that'll use up the last 2 charges.
Yep, so you now have +2 AC until the start of your next turn.
This takes me to 21.
Yep, so that trident hit does miss.
Cool.
I was being nice.
No, I appreciate
But
it.
it is now going to make the bite attack. That is a 19 to hit as well, so that will also miss. But then the other one has advantage because of Blood Frenzy, so the trident, 10 to hit. And the bite, that is a 22 to hit.
Yeah, that last bite hits.
Yep, so you are going to take... That is 11 points of piercing damage, doubled to 22.
Cool.
Okay, and then this one over here, its melee attacks are at disadvantage against you, correct, Xandal?
Correct.
But it has advantage because of Blood Frenzy, so straight
No.
roll.
No, because I'm not bleeding.
You're not yet, no. You're correct, so disadvantage.
Yep.
That is a 14 to hit with the trident,
That's a miss.
and the bite attack, a 6.
That is definitely a miss.
Yeah, it's just like lunging for you really slowly, and you're just sort of like... Just like...
Yeah, it's trying to fight the miss. It's just chewing on mist. It's like...
Yeah. Okay. End of their turn. Top of the round. Disadvantages handed out. There's only 3 of them left on the ship, so they're all going to get disadvantage from the ropes, trying to ensnare them. Sandal, it's your turn.
Okay, just bear with me. Okay, I'm going to ever so slightly move over 1.
Yep.
Yep. Booming Blade, Armatae. Actions.
Yep.
Normal. 24 to hit.
Definitely hits.
Okay. 5 is oh, me mist is gone now, by the way.
Yep.
The green glow of the hammer flows into the ground at your feet and then flows forward, causing a 30-foot cone on the ground in front of you to glow green before crystals shoot up and out of the ground to impale anything in the area before retreating back into the ground.
Yep.
Anything within the 30-foot cone must make a DC 17 Dex saving throw. On a failure, they take 8d4 piercing damage, or half
Fails.
success. Okay, so let me
So-
roll my base damage first, which
So
is
9 for that. Yep.
Yep, and then it's 8d4 for 22.
Okay. As you slam the hammer into this thing, you watch as the green glow travels into the wood of the ship, and then you just hear as these crystals shoot out and just impale this thing's legs, and it just roars and writhes in pain, but it's still standing, bleeding a lot,
shit.
but still
Shit.
standing.
Sorry, bosun.
It's all right.
Again.
But the crystals then recede, leaving no trace that they were ever there.
Oh.
14 hits.
14.
Same again.
No.
Okay.
Base damage is 15.
This time it no, it fails the saving throw again.
What was it? 8d4
So 15
for another 18.
and another 18. So
And I'm also going to use my feature because I hit it with a magical weapon.
the jolt, arcane jolt.
Arcane Jolt, yeah. I'm just trying to find it.
I think that's 2d6 if I remember correctly.
Yeah. Have healing to Val,
Yep.
seeing as he's fighting the bigger fight currently. That's why
Thank
I
you very
moved
much.
over 1. Not a
Yep.
problem.
Okay. All right. End of your turn, Xandal.
That is the end of my turn.
Okay, Talia, it's your turn.
Right. This one's still alive, right?
Yep, they're all those three over on the north side of the ship are still alive.
I'm gonna shoot that in the face with
One's
deadly
looking
shot.
very holy,
Okay.
and not in the religious sense.
Yeah.
21 to hit.
21 hits. Auto crit.
What do you got?
7, 10, 27, 54. Yeah, Eben's shot just. But Xandor, you've just finished with these hammer hits and the crystals, and you're like, and then the shark just goes to roar, and you just watch as a bolt just, and it just collapses in front of you.
And then I
Thank God I'm short.
Yeah.
It collapses towards you, by the way.
I will move there to be
Okay.
closer. And then with my bonus action, I will
Shoot again.
use my. I will shoot again, yeah. Hang on, what I need to do is standard on that. This doesn't count as my bonus action, does it?
I'll
14 to hit?
14 does hit.
So that would be. Do I. It'd be 1d10? I don't add the modifier, or.
Yeah, 1d10, and then 1d6 necrotic, and your sneak attack damage.
And my sneak attack is.
6d6. 7, 9,
And an additional one because it didn't let me roll 6. There we go.
9, so that's 20, 29. Yeah. Val, the one in front of you, it's like you just watch as a bolt slams into the back of its head, right in the spinal column, and it just collapses in front of you.
So that was action.
Bonus action,
the
movement.
bonus action is in the movement, yeah.
Yep.
Cool. That's me
Okay. Ert's turn. There's only one left.
Cool. What to do? What to do?
How much overkill is he going to indulge in?
Yeah. Guiding bolt at 6th level.
I should have made these were sharks stronger.
So the rules
Oh,
are
shit.
we're not allowed to. Yeah, we're not.
11 misses. The guiding bolt goes like roaring past, and Val, you have to sort of like bend backwards as it flies between you and this were shark, and it just roars off into the distance.
God damn it. Oh well. Yeah, we'll shift over to there.
Yep, of course. Okay. Val's turn. So you now lose your bonus AC as the electricity surrounding you fades.
Yeah. I mean, I was considering command and then telling it to descale, but I don't think that would work well.
You don't know?
So considering I have Thunderous Smite up, I'm going to just do my thwack.
Yep, whack whack.
16.
Hits.
So we've got that, and then 2d6.
12. That's 15. Okay.
And then I'm going to hit it again. 20.
Hits.
18.
So 18, yep.
And for the hell of it, I'll put a 3rd level smite into that second one. Is
Okay.
that 4d8?
3rd level, yes.
So that's another 17 points of damage.
Yep, it is still standing, looking a lot more hurt, but still standing.
Cool. If that's the case, I am going to bonus action Misty Step.
Yep.
What's the distance on Misty Step? Is it 30?
Yeah, 30 feet.
Cool. So,
No, yeah, you're fine, because you didn't cast Thunderous Smite. It needs to make its saving throw against Thunderous Smite, though.
Yep. 15?
Fails. No, actually, No, yeah, fails. So yeah, gets knocked back 10 feet.
Oh, okay. And I am going to go that way.
And it's knocked prone. Damn.
Cool. That's
Okay.
Val.
All right, Vienna, your turn.
I am going to switch my gauntlet back to normal mode.
Yep.
And just, yeah.
Eldritch Blast, Eldritch Blast, Eldritch Blast. One misses. The second one hits.
Go away, cat. Leave me alone. Oh my
And
god.
The
Oh,
third
thanks,
misses
Megan.
with a nat 1, unfortunately. So you only do 4 points of damage this round. Yeah, you fire one and it like hits the deck next to it, and you're like, okay. Next one slams into its gut, and then you sort of cheer and don't realize you were casting, and the third one just fires off into the air. Okay.
Eldritch Firework. New
Yeah.
spell.
Okay. Any movement, Vienna, or is
No, I'm staying put.
okay? Blossom, your turn.
Yep. I think that's within plenty of range. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's prone, so
Yeah.
advantage.
Uh,
Poor shark is just
how-
gonna get
yeah.
eviscerated.
How hurt is it?
It looks like it's still got some fight left in it, so you may not kill it in one round.
Yeah, because I might mark it as well. Blood curse to increase my crimson right damage.
Yeah. Okay. Hits.
Yep. And yeah.
Both hit, so that's 28 points.
And that way.
Just the way
Hits.
you look at it, like staring at your face. It's like
Feed me. That's what they want.
So
It takes some damaging hits. It is bleeding out on the deck, but it is still alive. It won't be in a moment, but it's still alive.
yeah, that's good then.
Okay. Wereshark's turn. Spirit Guardian's damage, please.
Yeah, 2 seconds. Do you even need to know a number?
I do, just in case it passes the wisdom save. If
Okay.
it's low enough and it passes the wisdom save, there's a chance it might get away.
28.
Yeah, that's even if it passes, yeah. You just watch as the tiny Earths just descend and just cover every inch of it, and after they fly away, there are no remains. And that is the end of combat.
Woo!
I'm gonna
Good
guess
time.
Vienna doesn't feel so good. Yeah, I was gonna say, should we quick break there?
Yeah, I was
Before my
gonna say.
cats eat me.
I was going to say we are probably going to take a quick break now after that combat. Everyone take this chance to go get drinks, snacks, use the facilities. We will be back as soon as possible.
See you in a
Enjoy
minute,
these
guys.
ads and stuff.
Yep.
And stat things that we do at break time.
See you in a minute.
Right, see you in a
We'll
bit,
be
guys.
right back. See you.
Oh, it bloody worked that time. We're unmuted.
Always the way.
Yeah.
Hello. I was reaching for a drink. Welcome back. Okay, so we'll pick up where we left off. You are all currently stood on the deck with these bodies and various trident or bite marks over certain ones of you. And you are just now sort of coming down from the adrenaline of battle.
Xandel's going to go around. He's going to claim the tridents, inspect them. He might be able to make
Yeah.
material out of them, or
I'll rush
Yeah,
over
right.
to
They'll
Vienna
tell
As
you.
you
and
sort of
ask if
pick
she's
them
back.
up, Xandal, they look just like fishing tridents.
Huh?
Roll me a perception check.
Perception. Oh, I'm very good at perception with my +0. 18.
18. Glancing down at the one that Talia's crossbow bolt killed, that's not a shark anymore.
I was going to ask that.
That's
Oh yeah, they've reverted.
it's now just what looks like a very like rough-looking, very salt-weathered, wrinkled human male, big bushy beard and a mane of hair, but
Just went
Blossom,
Yeah,
you're
bushy bee.
you're a shapeshifter. Do you know anything about people that can turn into sharks?
Well, I would be asking if anyone was bitten. That's my first thing.
Uh-oh.
So I would probably be entirely focused on Vienna.
And we're both just rushing over to Vienna and fussing over it. You're right. You're right.
It's probably still got a tooth there left over.
yeah.
Oh, let me just. Do you mind?
Yeah.
Is
Got
it
to
now a
keep that as
human tooth?
souvenir and put it in my pocket.
No, it's now a human tooth. It's reverted back to a human tooth.
Oh no.
It just throws it overboard. That's disgusting.
Or in that case, actually, it was a dwarven tooth. That one was a dwarf.
Smaller too.
How similar to well, it is just another form of lycanthropy, isn't it?
Yeah, you wouldn't know any were sharks personally, as they don't generally tend to be a member of the Order of the Lycan, as were sharks generally tend to stick to the ocean.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Would I know anything about curing it though?
You would know that if you don't try and do anything, Vienna has a chance to resist the curse naturally. It normally takes a couple of days for the curse to set in fully. Otherwise, you do know that certain clerics have the ability to both get rid of the curse before it sets in, or remove the curse even once it's there.
So
That
would it
is-
be lesser or greater restoration? That's the question.
It's one of the
well,
things
what
that
would
is
be
it's considered a shame amongst the Order of the Lycan to have your curse removed, as it is something that can be done. And many you have known members before who have been found out, and clerics have forcefully cured them, and then they've had to go back to the Order to get reinfected to continue their work.
I mean, if it's a lesser restoration, that's basically the same as... Didn't I do lay on hands for a certain amount?
I don't think lay on hands works for curses. It works for disease, but it's different. I would imagine a cursed disease, as you've ruled it, would be a bit more resistant, so I would imagine it would be greater or lesser. What's the wording on lesser restoration?
I don't know, I don't have it.
You touch a creature and can end either one disease or one condition afflicting it. The condition can be blinded, deafened, paralyzed, or poisoned.
Ah, so lesser, no. And we don't have greater restoration.
I mean, has it? Might have to wait till tomorrow.
Do we have time?
See if I can fight it out.
well,
Paddy said it takes a couple of days.
There is another spell that would have access to that would work.
Divine intervention?
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm gonna leave that to you guys to figure out.
Well,
I mean, it also
Do you have
whether
access
she's
to
got it.
remove curse?
Well,
She
I'm
definitely
wondering
wouldn't
what
have prepared that. So
Right.
Either way, it's gonna have to be a day, but
Let's
there's
have
no
a look.
guarantee that a day would
I
be
mean,
too
it's
late.
night time now, isn't
No,
it? So
two.
she'd be able
She
to
said 2
prepare
days.
in the morning.
I'm just having a look. Greater restoration.
Do you know that you're infected? Like, it
I
doesn't
don't
have
feel too clever.
to. Can I?
You can see she's been bitten, but that's all you can tell.
I meant, can I use? Can I look at her threads of fate and see if I can see anything? Like,
You can certainly try.
that's a
I
no,
would
but I'll
say-
do it anyway.
I would say give me a perception check at disadvantage as you activate sea threads.
Okay. I didn't realize it was that good with a. Okay. I gotta roll lower. Oh, 18.
Okay, 18. You sort of look at Vienna's thread, and it
I
looks
forgot about
the
this.
same as usual. But as you sort of peer a little closer, you can just barely make out a couple of like the very strands of this interwoven thread. Just looks slightly off. Not a lot, but there is just this, just sort of one or two of the strands look very vaguely discolored.
I think perhaps you might have been infected, Vienna. There's something not right with your fate. It's a little
felt a
discolored.
little
It's
bit
not set
unusual.
in, but it's not like
No, when I was bitten, it felt a bit unusual.
yeah, like the threads are a delicate. I cannot see what your exact future. I know I can look into your past, but for future I can only see potentials. Potentially you could be. It doesn't look good.
I would say it's not worth the risk. If you want to be cured, it needs to be done soon.
Sooner rather than later. Go through your spells. Look, see if you've got anything. Prepare it for tomorrow. Maybe. I don't suppose Leon, your paladin-y thingies would work.
I mean, Val can certainly try. Was it 15 lay on hands for when I've cured things in the past? Or was
For
it 10?
more powerful resistant diseases, yes.
Okay. You know what? To just...
We're
Do you
about to
need
go into
healing
a-
anyway?
I mean, she got bitten by
Yeah.
a shark,
Well,
Val.
You have well, the thing is,
Probably.
Al, you can't give the hit points and do the cure. You have to choose one or the other for the action.
Okay. Just to see if it works, he's gonna pump his entire lay on hands pool into trying to fix this, which is
Okay.
55
Sorry,
points.
We got Earth. Earth can heal, and we're about to
As
take
you
a long rest. So.
Place your hands on Vienna and you start pumping this divine magic through yourself and into her to try and get rid of whatever contagion may be there. You've watched the magic go in. Nothing seems to happen.
Oh, there's a way that we can do it, but we may need it later. My diary.
We can wait until tomorrow.
Last resort. I can
Okay.
make it so it never happened.
Meanwhile, Sandal's
I only have
like,
24 hours.
Sandal's
fine.
kind of crept up behind Val and is now sort of like making sure he's all right, making sure there's no people teeth in him because he's aware that Val's been chomped as well.
Yeah, you can see Val has also been bitten.
He's like,
Do you want me to check if you're infected, Val?
Fine.
How could you be so sure?
I have faith.
You're so kindly. It's fine. Your funeral if you're wrong.
And Val just goes to...
Yeah, no, would you like me to see whether that worked?
Sure.
We're about to take a long rest. I'll do another perception check to see if I can see whether it's changed the threads.
Yeah, go ahead and roll perception at disadvantage.
Val's just chucking bodies off the side of the boat at this point.
Bosun and the crew are already doing that.
Yeah.
18?
18 again. You look, those same threads are still discolored.
No, it's not worked. It was worth a shot.
I'll rest the best
go
I
through your
can
spells,
until
see if you
tomorrow.
can prepare anything for the morning.
Okay. Okay. So you all go to your respective rests. Some of
I'm
you,
gonna go and read the book.
some of you more fitfully than others. There's something I've been forgetting to do for Vienna. And
no!
So first off, I need a con save.
Oh, what the fuck?
Okay,
Why?
that's fine.
What the
And
fuck?
I then need a wisdom saving throw, please.
60.
16. Okay, you're fine.
Those would have also been +3 because she's near me as well.
Well, no, this is after you've all gone to
okay.
your rests.
Yeah.
So, yep, not a problem. The day comes the next morning, and
So I will
Bosun,
add another 8 hours.
Vienna, you felt last night the beginnings of what felt like it might be a fever, but you managed to sort of keep yourself cool. You manage to keep yourself hydrated, and you feel like it has ebbed away now. But
Yeah, I
you can
did
feel
say
it.
I'll try my best to rest up, knowing that I'm somewhat infected with something.
But you can still feel something wrong in your
I need
body.
six more hours on the book, so I will spend the day 6 hours from
Yeah,
as soon
well,
as I wake up after my.
Currently, we're going to do the morning
Yeah.
because there's stuff you guys may want to do now that you've had a long rest. So you haven't actually set off for the day's travel yet.
So we'll roll dice to see if we get mobbed again before I start reading my book.
Well, I'd imagine the very first thing is going to be
Checking
probably
on
running to
Vienna and trying
Vienna.
to cure her. Yeah.
Okay. So what is wanting to try?
Probably remove curse to start off with,
Okay.
and failing that, greater restoration.
Okay. You watch as chants a short prayer, reaches out and touches Vienna. Vienna, you feel your body racked with pain, and the bite mark that is bruised on your shoulder, you feel as something oozes out of it.
I'll like wipe it away from her. And,
It's
like,
just this
comfort.
nasty sort of black
Ugh.
red ichor that just
Ugh.
seeps out. But once
That's
it does,
pretty gross.
the wound looks much healthier.
Thank you.
However, the other thing that happens is the mercenary gloves you're wearing shoot off of your hands.
What the fuck?
Miss,
Oh,
You
were
said
they
you took
cursed? Is that what
you
you were
said
rolling?
you took the mercenary gloves last time from
yes,
Talia,
I did.
and you were wearing them. They have now shot off of your hands.
Oh, that seems a little odd. After you cast Remove Curse, your gloves went flying off of you.
My goggles as well.
Yes, your goggles would also go flying off if you're wearing those.
How many cursed items were you wearing?
I wasn't aware that they were cursed.
I mean, they're not cursed now, I guess. Right?
Well, the fact that they've just shot off.
Oh,
they
hang on.
probably still
Hang
What's
are.
on,
the
there's
curse
a-
that you must
there is
continue? Is
also-
there only one?
There is also another item that shoots off of.
Yes!
Hang on, I've got to find
Her
it.
necklace!
The
Sorry,
necklace of
Bones.
nightmares also
No,
shoot comes
I
off
forgot you
over your head
It
and
was cursed, and that's a really bad
shoots
curse.
away.
Oh,
They all land in a pile in front of you.
Talia's just like looking you up and down. Is like, anything else going to fall off? Should I sit down and enjoy the view? Like, what's happening, Vienna?
Does
I'm
her hair
amazed.
turn white?
No, nothing happens with that.
Oh,
I'm
it doesn't
afraid.
remove that. Oh, that's because that's a
No, because that's
bloody large
technically
fey.
not a curse.
Yeah.
Well,
That
it's
is
archfey
technically
trickery.
it's technically an enchantment that
Yeah.
has been done.
Vienna's kind of looking at the pile of stuff in front of her, going, "Was I carrying all of that all this time? I'm impressed with myself. I'm hot."
Yeah. Sweet. So are they? Can
He
we?
suddenly
I'm
becomes the
assuming they're
friendliest
uncursed
drow in
now,
the
so you
world.
can put them back on, right?
Goes, remove curse doesn't remove the curse from the items, it just stops it affecting the wearer.
Then perhaps we put these in the book, and we will deal with them later, huh?
It's a shame. I was looking for an opportunity to use that necklace. Oh well.
I mean,
Oh, you
now,
really do not want to
I
use
will. I will say now that you are aware they are curse handle. If you wanted to identify them, you can identify the curses on them.
I imagine someone's got a fetch sandal first. He's probably just.
Sandal! Get in here now! Weird shit is happening.
He comes through carrying like Nut's arm.
Wait,
Sandal,
Goggles still over his face,
Googlepedia
like,
that stuff.
"What?"
Googlepedia that
just
stuff.
remove curse on Vienna, and 3 items flew off of her body. They seem to be cursed. Could you see what the curses are?
Yeah. How do
Also,
you feel?
Vienna, I'll just quickly check that the curse is gone from her, just to double
Yeah.
check.
Her
I'll waste
strings
a-
of fate are back to normal.
Okay, so I don't need to roll perception check for that one.
No,
Cool.
because
You're
you
good.
already knew. Because you already knew what to look for in
Yeah,
this
yeah.
case.
I'll just like touch her and just be like, "You're good. Back to normal. No more curse."
Okay.
So you're not feeling very
It's off
bitey
the
then, no?
ground going. "Oh." So I was wearing all of that shit, and it's all just flown off me.
Goggles, the gauntlets,
Necklace
and
gauntlets, yeah. Or
a
gloves,
necklace.
rather.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. He kind of just sits on the floor and begins casting. Those
Okay.
rituals.
So the goggles, you see the curse on them is called Bizarro World. Basically, the goggles function is to make the reverse of everything happen. However, the goggles had a special effect on them that basically made it so every now and then they would make... Oh, hang on, I found the actual item card now. So Bizarro World, whilst wearing these goggles, not only is it what the user can see flipped, the goggles will also add things that aren't there to try and creep out the user. This can range from shadows where there should be none, eyes staring out of cracks, and much more. Every time someone uses these goggles, they must make a wisdom saving throw. If they fail, they take a point of paranoia. They lose a point of paranoia when they take a successful long rest. If the player gains 3 paranoia points, they start to lose sanity, and the goggles become stronger. Their allies begin to appear as monsters, and attempts by said allies to persuade the user otherwise are at a disadvantage.
Well, glad you're not wearing those anymore.
Funny enough, I did think that you were going to stab me once.
What, me?
Yes.
I mean, she probably was.
Not with a dagger.
As-
At the time, we were
What?
newly friends, so I'm kind of expecting it. So
As Val says that, you just see him kind of almost like half burp, and he puts like his breath weapon into. It's like.
Oh, lovely. Okay.
Ow.
What of the next item are you identifying, Xandal?
I'd probably go with the gloves.
The gloves, you find out the curse on these is called Greedy Soul. The gloves used to be owned by an old greedy man, who when he died his spirit moved into his beloved gloves. However, even in death he is greedy. If the wearer hasn't earned at least 100 gold pieces that day, the ghost will attempt to possess them in their sleep and takes their body out to steal or earn enough money until the
That's
spirit
why
is
you're making the
sated.
wisdom saves? Oh my god.
The possession is a DC 12 wisdom save. The DC increases by 2 for each day the user hasn't earned enough. Should the curse... So, if Vienna had failed, you would have been seeing Vienna sneaking around the ship stealing from you all.
Oh, cool.
Val just goes up like, I am so sorry. I didn't know they did them. I just thought they were cool gloves.
Don't worry about it, Val. Right, Earth, put those...
Well, I was the one who gave them to Vienna, so...
Put them in the book.
And the last one,
is hilarious.
the last one is the necklace.
Necklace is the most fucked
amulet
up
of
one.
thorns, yeah.
Yeah, the necklace, you find out the curse is Nightmare Seed.
Necklace.
Every time a damaging spell cast from this item assists in the death of any kind of creature, the necklace gains a charge. For each charge gained this way, the central gem rose blooms a little more, slowly revealing the white opal in the center to be in the shape of a skull. The rose reaches full bloom at 3 charges. During the time the necklace is being worn, it subtly reads the wearer's mind and discovers their deepest fear or worst nightmare. At midnight of the day when the skull is revealed fully, it drops off of the necklace to the ground, and the rose resets back to 0. 0 charges, the petals closing back once more to hide the growing of a new seed. The skull seed rests for 24 hours wherever it fell, maturing before manifesting itself into a bone-like creature version of the cursed creature's fear or nightmare. This creature acts according to the nature of the form it is given, but will always prioritize attacking the wearer of the necklace if it comes across them.
Glad I didn't use that.
That
Well, yeah,
was one.
it's very fortunate that you'd completely forgotten about the necklace. In fact, all of us had. So.
I mean, we don't
That
want
was
2
one
bone
that
creatures
could
It
after
has
us.
been on my mind, but I've just never had the opportunity to use it effectively. So
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the necklace that we found in that stone pedestal on
Yep,
like,
Yeah.
the
and that's
random
why
island
it was
thing, wasn't
locked in the pedestal.
Say, it's just a good thing we haven't ended up with 2 bone creatures coming after us, eh, Xandal?
Yeah, one's enough.
Well, you don't know what Vienna's deepest fear or nightmare is.
True.
It could be her mother, for all you know.
Sandal, really.
Alright,
Yeah,
let's
the-
put those in the book,
that's-
and then we'll deal with them later.
That's the scary thing about the necklace, is if you use it multiple times in a day and get 3 charges over and over, multiple of those seeds can drop.
Oh my gosh.
So you could have had an army of your worst
And
nightmare
then-
basically coming after
And then and then you go to like sleep where you've defeated the enemies, thinking, "Oh, everything's safe now." No, 24 hours later, whole new crop of enemies.
Yeah.
Wow, we definitely need to lock that one away.
So I am going to, for now, remove the. I'm going to leave them in your journal, Vienna, but obviously they are not currently on your person.
We'll
Or
put them
we,
in the
or
in
we
the
give
book,
that one as a
and-
gift.
No, because
Vienna's biggest fear is an annoyed
Give it to
Dagras
your-
carrying barrels.
give it to your slave master. Get him have his own worst nightmares chasing him for all eternity. Except he's
Yep.
an idiot fat twat that probably would never defeat enemies, so wouldn't be able to use the necklace, so be pointless.
Or the facade of the female that stood with him. I doubt she'll
Yeah,
accept a gift
that's
off
right.
us, but
No, probably not.
Yeah, I forgot how many cursed items
Wearing
Vienna was
all of
carrying.
them. Just a walking curse.
Yeah, I think that's all of them. Let me just double check.
No.
I don't think you've got. No, that one's fine. No, they're fine. That
Not
one's
sure whether that's a nice
fine.
thing to say or not.
Yeah, I think everything else. Yeah, that's fine. Just double check. Yeah, everything else should be okay. Yeah,
Good.
everything else is fine. And
I-
admittedly,
Staring in astonishment, it's like I was wearing all of those.
just quickly
So much
push
could have
them
gone
into the
wrong.
book.
Yeah. Alright,
Va-
if no
Va-
one else is dying, I'm going to go and finish reading this book. and get this
Yes.
over with. I only have to
Va-
clock 6
Val-
more hours.
Val looks down at his shield and is just like, I wonder if remove curse will work on you. And just
Probably not.
It goes, want me to try?
Yeah, I mean, it's useful in a way.
nah. At least there's somebody watching and laughing my life, I guess.
Meh.
If I ever go missing, at least somebody knows where I am.
Yeah.
Right.
Sandal kind of waves with Nut's new arm and just goes back to working on his,
Okay,
all his
no.
machines.
We haven't actually rolled a d20 for today.
Yeah,
either.
no.
That's
Now,
my roll
now
on
that
it.
you've finished with all of this, now both
I'll
of them
roll.
Yeah. begin setting off for the day.
9.
9.
Please let me finish the book.
Okay.
I'm sick of reading it. I don't have any more time to read it.
It's one of those where you kind of like you end up reading the same paragraph 3 times over. And you're
Yeah.
just like,
Sorry, we'd already had 9, so I'm trying to find one that's a bit better.
So,
What you were actually
the one
reading.
number before, 8.
8.
I
Already
say
had
what
that
you're
one.
actually reading is the
Ah,
Silmarillion or
10 then.
something.
10. Okay. Yep. So you sail uneventfully for the day. So Talia, you do get to read the rest of the book without issue. You get a full day's read of that book.
I finished reading the book.
So you can now increase your wisdom score by 2.
So how do I changed my main wisdom stat, wouldn't I?
You do, yes.
So I make that total score. How do I edit this? Do I just so it'd be 12, 13. Other modifier override score 13.
Yep.
Cool. I now have a +1 to my wisdom, which means I now have +5 because I can add my proficiency modifier to it as well.
Yep.
Because of my feat.
Okay.
Sweet. Thank you.
Yes. The day goes without incident, and you begin drawing closer towards the nearby shore. You can see it coming into view now. You can tell you're still a couple of days off, but you're now starting to see small islands, and you can see on the horizon the beginnings of a shoreline.
Does the book recharge after a while, or can we sell it?
No.
Or...
No, once the book is done, I believe.
Okay, book is done. Cool.
Let me just double
It's just
check.
it's just whether we should keep it.
Yeah.
If it
The
does
manual,
recharge,
the
it
manual
recharges from us.
then loses its magic but regains it in a century.
Yeah, I was going to
So-
say.
Oh, century.
I-
Okay.
I think it does recharge, but
So
over.
Vienna can read
Yeah.
it next. The rest of us can't.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah. I'd probably still die of old age, wouldn't I?
You don't know.
I don't know whether I'll be around or not. I'm already
Yeah,
dead,
I think-
so
Just in case, I'm the wisest
just in
person.
case,
alive.
we'll put it in. I'll put the book in the book.
Okay.
The book in the
in
book.
the book of holding.
Book inside a book. Okay.
Yo, dog, I
Um,
heard you like books.
Bookception.
Bookception, yeah.
Bookception.
As night begins to fall, you watch as the sun hits the horizon and there is just this gentle green flash. And then you watch as from the ocean around you and over parts of the ship, just small motes of green fire just appear and begin traveling across sort of the edges of the railings and along edges of planks. Xandal in the workshop, all of your like metal and tools just take on this ethereal green fiery glow.
Did someone just turn the hourglass for a PvP? Like Sea Thieves. Bosun,
Al,
is
as you
it
are-
meant to do that? Is it meant to do that?
Bosun goes, this is fine. That's St. Elmo's fire. It's meant to be good luck for sailors.
Oh, okay. It's good.
Val, you
More
sort of
shots.
poke your finger into it. There's no sensation, no warmth. It's just there. You can feel like it licking your finger, but it doesn't hurt.
Kind of like a mist, I guess.
Oh,
Yeah.
like a flame lick, not just like it develops
Yeah, like
a
the
tongue
lick
and
of,
starts.
No, the St. Elmo's fire mimic licks your finger, decides it likes the taste. Ah!
Sandal
It's a
kind of
mimic rock.
opens the door to the workshop. He's like, is everyone else's stuff glowing or is it just me?
Don't worry, it's fine. Bosun says it's fine. It's good luck, apparently. Whatever that is.
Okay. And he kind of goes back. But I think at this point, he's probably worked as much as he can on like frames and shapes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So he's now sort of like working on like designing and beginning the sort of like outer shell of the arcane engines. And
Yes.
in his mind, he's having like a deep conversation with Haslick about how his design's too heavy and clunky, and Haslick's design is too light and cannot withstand sort of like major pressures.
Yeah.
So they're working on fusing the two engines together to
Yeah.
make.
Haslick's like, well, yes, I suppose we don't really use our arcane engines for anything other than powering things in cities, so they're kept secure, so we don't really need to worry about them being damageable, I suppose. Not a concept I've ever had to worry about. Interesting. Perhaps using a durable but flexible metal might be wise.
Of course. Plus, we have to deal with overexertion, overclocking, essentially.
Heat dissipation and arcane buildup will be something you'll have to worry about. Perhaps
Yeah.
some
Needs heat.
form of
Needs a heatsink, maybe water cooling.
perhaps ventilation. Make sure there are vents for heat loss. Probably some crystals to deal with arcane bleed off.
Yeah, I agree.
Could be a good way to passively charge certain enchanted items with the arcane bleed
Right.
off.
Could be.
Obviously, not any quick charging, but you could leave something within it for a week and it may gain at least a charge or two.
Potentially, yes. But I think most things in at least this world usually tend to gain charges quicker than that.
Very true, very true. Perhaps, but there are some things that I know that when they run out of charges, there is the risk of them disintegrating or vanishing, or some
Like
of
the
them
hot
don't
plate.
even ever regain charges.
Yeah.
And obviously,
Yeah,
there
I
are some.
still don't know where that hot plate went to. Haslick hasn't mentioned that.
It's not going to.
He sat there in his own little plane enjoying nice freshly sizzle.
You do hear in the background just this gentle sizzling sometimes, and occasionally Hasek just goes, "Ha ha 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 ha."
You're alright in there.
Hot cheese.
got in my head is that fucking Yoda song about the seagulls.
Have you never heard Stop It Now?
No, I don't know.
It's amazing. Oh, I'll have to link you it later.
Oh dear. Anyway, yes, you spend the evening in intellectual conversation with Haslick.
Yeah.
Anything anyone else wants to accomplish? Nope. Okay. The
I
night
think we're good.
The night
Vienna's
pass-
doing what she does.
Yep.
Not a lot, really.
the night passes without issue, and the next day dawns. Who would like to roll the d20 for me?
I'll do it.
Okay.
Can't roll a 10, a 9, an 8, or a
18.
17 was the.
Okay.
17. Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
Works.
You begin sailing, and as you are passing a small group of islands in the distance, you are all. Who would be on the deck at this point?
I'll be on the deck.
Okay.
Change. I've got
I
some
think
fresh air
Xandal may be
from
on deck,
reading.
at least helping out, doing his share.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, help me out.
Talia.
sailing and stuff.
Yeah, Talia, with your passive perception, you would notice this. You sort of are helping with some of the sails and some of the ropes, and as you are sort of glancing out amongst the waves, you just spot amongst the swell what looks like a barrel just floating in the water.
If it has a doll in it, don't touch it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Is it the doll again?
Is it the same encounter?
It is, isn't it?
Yeah,
Creepy doll.
We
I'm
may have
just
already
gonna-
had this one, and I forgot to mark it as being
Yeah,
had.
that's the doll.
You can
that
give us a
possesses
different encounter
someone.
if.
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
swap it to something else. It's
Oh
fine.
yeah, I think I've forgotten to mark
Gone.
some of these as
Yeah.
having been done.
Yeah.
We'll go for 19. That one's actually very fun. Okay, so re-roll
Who?
beginning of the day. So same thing, but this time, Talia, what you see is what looks like a tree.
Oh, I thought I
It's
saw
a-
a
like
barrel,
a-
but I think
like
it's a tree.
It's a great big tree trunk, but you can see like the boughs are like they're still blooming. There's still plant life. There's still leaves on it, and it seems to be
It's just-
living as
Just a
it floats
tree in
along.
the middle of the sea.
Yeah, it's floating along. It's on its side, like floating like a log would, but you can see leaves, you can see buds. It looks like it's alive and thriving.
Hey, Fiona.
Hmm?
Come look at this tree. It's just floating, and it's still blooming, even though it's not in the ground.
Vienna looks at it and goes, "Yes, it's a tree."
Dude,
No, but,
look
like,
at that
that's not
tree.
normal. That's not normal, Fiona. Trees don't just sprout in the middle of the sea.
You're asking someone who lives in dark
Yeah, I was gonna
tunnels
say.
underground.
Yes,
I'm
I've
gonna
seen
send-
trees before.
I'll send Queenie over to investigate.
I could just hear in my head, dude, look at that tree. It's like floating in the middle of the ocean and all sorts.
Oh man, dude, it's like a tree, man.
It's like fully budding and stuff.
Okay,
It's like blooming and stuff. Like,
so you
Oh
send
my god.
Queenie over.
yes.
So Queenie flies over. Are you looking through Queenie's eyes?
Yes. I
Go
will
ahead
through
and
eyes.
make me a perception check using Queenie's.
Extras, Raven, Perception is a +3. It's not on there, I think. 7.
7. Just looks like a tree. Good place to roost.
I get her to land on it.
Okay, she lands on it and sort of looks around.
Just
It's a
don't say
nice
that in
tree.
character sheet.
Bomping Willow.
That's a nice tree. I'll just snap Queenie back. I think it is just a
The way that was
tree.
described then, it just reminded me of the Tomska hole sketch. Tree.
Mhm.
Bosun,
Woke up one
could
morning,
you
it was a tree.
could you come up against this tree? I want to have a closer look.
Alright. He sails across and you pull up alongside the tree.
And I'll
It's just
lean over the
looking at
side
this
and have
tree,
a
just
closer
like-
look.
As you lean over the side, I need to roll something.
Or
real
I'm gonna
quick.
get abducted by a fucking tree, aren't I, or something?
Ship-eating anglerfish that uses a tree.
It's
as
a
a-
British bloody mimic, isn't it?
Okay, that is higher than your passive perception, so that's
Oh,
fine.
damn. Okay, but I'm actively looking at it, so
You can see. Yeah, roll a perception check.
Fucking nat 1. 19, but nat 1.
How is it a 19 but a nat?
Because I have a plus 8! to
Wait,
perception.
why is it gone 1 plus
Wait,
10 plus 9?
I don't know, because it says perception plus 9.
So that should
it
be-
is
that should
be a
so
red.
expertise,
that boosts it.
expertise. I have expertise in
Ah, right.
perception as
There you
well.
go. That
so-
makes sense.
Hmm.
That makes more sense. Okay. So you sort of look down into this tree, and even with a 19, even with a nat 1, it's a 19. So you sort of look, and there looks to be a hollow, and inside there looks to be what might be like almost like a nest in a way. And you can see there's like little doodads and gewgaws, like think like there's what looks like a rusty fork. There's what looks like an old green bottle. There's like the remnants of what looks like fish bones and scales. There's a couple of there's what looks like a few copper pieces. There's what looks like a small wooden like toy wolf. Just random bits and pieces, like this little assortment of stuff just tucked into this hollow in the tree.
Hello? Is there anybody in there?
Yeah, it's going to. As
Fireball.
you say that, as you say that, there is this just rush of air,
Oh.
and then popping out from that same hole, you see just a halfling, a naked halfling, male,
Oh.
just come out, stand on the log, look up at you, give a bow, and by the way, this is a halfling with a third leg, and he just immediately you see it go, and now for the show, and it starts doing the bard thing.
Windmilling.
Yeah.
No, clapping between his legs to make sound.
This is.
Helicopter.
I mean, I've never seen it used as an instrument before. That's quite interesting. It's quite impressive for your size.
I guess they call that bardic inspiration.
I already have
Yeah, and it's
inspiration.
kind of looking. It's like, okay, now I agree with you. That is not a normal tree.
Yeah, that's. I mean, you could call it a tree. I mean, the size of it, Vienna.
Is it an actual third leg, or is
I
it?
can imagine that now that Vienna's
I'm assuming
wandered
you
off
mean
to
by
go
third
look
leg, you
at
mean
this
his
guy with the
penis.
tree handles
Yeah.
now tangled
Yeah,
up
we're
in
talking
rope
a
somewhere.
tripod here.
He's doing the fucking windmill with his
Yeah,
John
It's a-
John
we're
Thomas.
we're talking a tripod.
I think there's a reason he's isolated.
Yes, I think so too. I think we'll just we'll leave you to it, and I toss him a gold.
As you toss the gold, it passes straight through him.
Yeah, I'm
And
weirded
plunks
out now.
into the
That was a waste
water.
of gold. Dawson, let's get out of here. This tree is freaky.
It's at
Yeah,
this point.
could someone, like, now that you've finished looking at your tree, Vienna, you were supposed to be helping me with this rope.
Sorry, I got distracted.
I'm just kind of like
Such a
stuck on the rope.
Xandal, I need
Yeah.
you to make me a. I need to
Karma
find out
Sutra
what
saving
fucking
throw.
saving throw.
It's a distraction, isn't it? It's not. Oh no, is it? It's not. Oh, it's not.
You need to make me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh God. 16.
16. You feel something try to. No, actually, that does succeed. That failed in this case.
Oh.
Because it is a higher level one. Xandal, you're holding onto this rope, and you just feel something weird happen to your body, and then your higher brain functions just sort of shut down, and you hear Hazard going, "What the?" The rest of you turn to look where Xandal was. Where Xandal was stood, there is now just a tiny little monkey.
Oh,
like one of those little finger monkeys, and it's holding onto this rope barely, and then it's just going.
Somebody get hold of Zando. Little guy, tree.
Yeah, Sandal,
Yeah,
you
doing-
are
What's
mentally
going
a
on?
monkey. You are mentally
What
a
is
monkey.
going on? Somebody
Yeah,
catch
he's-
him before he jumps off the
Fiona
ship.
was
run
making
away
her way
from all these
over
giant
anyway.
people
to-
that are chasing him
yeah.
now. He's gonna try and climb the
You
road.
recognize these people as friends, but you are mentally a monkey. You have
Okay,
been
this
polymorphed.
isn't funny, little man.
Yeah, Fiona gets hold
You-
of Sandal.
With your passive perception, Talia, you hear from a barrel nearby just.
Mischievous little thing.
Uh-oh.
Sandal's now kind of
What
sat
are you
on top of the
doing?
Erna's head, like looking around, like,
I'm just gonna go over to the barrel with my hands on my hips and just
and then
be
he's
like,
gonna sit there and start itching his foot.
You go over to the barrel and you hear within your mind a voice go, "Don't come any closer, or else I will have to do worse to your friends."
Meanwhile,
I mean,
Sandal's like looking through my hair.
Can Val just shoot
I
an
think you have outlived your welcome.
Can
Yeah,
Val
exactly.
shoot a look to Ert? And like almost because they've done some training and stuff together, can they both like point at this thing and simultaneously cast Hold Person and Hold Monster? Because I don't know what it is. So
Yeah.
One or the other.
Yeah.
You still have to roll
I've-
to hit, don't you?
Finding
No, it's
nothing,
a
he
saving
jumps to
throw.
Talia. Search through her hair.
for both of them, it would be a wisdom saving throw of 15.
Yeah. Wisdom saving throw 15. Got magic resistance.
Just don't roll on that one and hit me.
Fails. So Talia, you hear it go. I'll do worse.
When it's like a whole person, are they just like frozen? Like, can we physically move them?
Yeah, you can physically move them. They're just
So
paralyzed.
I'm gonna
And then
pick
you
it
can
up.
hear it. You can hear it in your. And you go to the barrel and you look inside, and there is this little violet fairy dragon sat inside the barrel with it had its eye pressed up to a hole as it was watching everything,
I was just gonna like lean in and pick him up and like, you're kind of cute, you know.
and it can still speak to it telepathically. It goes, hello.
All right, you've been a naughty boy, so I'm going to put you in detention, and I'm going to go over to the ship and just drop him back on the log,
Ah!
and we're going to sail away.
But
We needed it to reverse Sandal.
Sandal.
It'll wear off, right?
You don't know about. But you watch as
Is Blossom on deck yet?
you watch. I don't know.
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
come up.
Finding nothing on Talia, he jumps onto Blossom. There's way more fur to search through.
And at this point, you turn to look back at where that.
I don't suppose I can retcon and just be holding him over the edge.
No,
and then-
you already said you
no.
dropped him, and by this point, it's gone far enough away that the whole monster's failed. So it has now cast hallucinatory terrain, and you can no longer see its tree.
Ah, fuck. Well, you're supposed to yell things at me before I do something stupid, not after.
However, I believe when it casts hallucinatory terrain. No, hallucinatory terrain is not concentration, so it is maintaining concentration on the polymorph.
Is there a
and that's permanent
distance?
after 24 hours? Well,
No,
sorry, Aaron,
no,
you're gonna have to reroll
No,
your character.
it's regular polymorph, not true polymorph.
Okay.
So it
Okay,
only
cool.
lasts an
They
hour.
will wear off. Okay, that's
So
fine.
for an hour, you've just got this adorable little monkey Zandal, just like finding things in your hair.
Hey,
And fur.
Zandal needed a break anyway, right?
But after an
It's a cute
hour,
monkey.
Zandal does revert, probably in the middle of probably like nibbling on his own toe.
Is that, what the
Why
hell?
is it always you, Zandal?
Did you find anything interesting in any of her hair? Or...
Uh,
You can remember everything from whilst you were a monkey.
that was weird.
Yeah, you are a monkey.
I'm going back downstairs.
It's a little cute little fairy. Here, and I'll pull out my lucid diary and just show him. This is what happened.
Oh, I've seen it. I was stood on top of your head.
Just in
Yeah.
case. I don't know.
Vienna goes, "Oh, while you're down there, here, take this banana with you."
Thanks.
Hazlitt goes, I've never ride-alonged in a monkey's brain before. That was weird.
Imagine how it felt for me.
Oh, I know. I heard all your primitive thoughts. You have a
Yeah.
strange fixation on toes when a monkey. I just want to let you know.
Did the monkey have the full book of the Kama Sutra in its head as well?
It probably wouldn't.
No.
It probably wouldn't have comprehended it, or would it have tried
No.
to hump everyone?
Humping everybody's leg.
Oh, get off my horn!
Oh, I should have changed him into a dog.
Oh my
God.
god.
Roof. Why does weird shit always happen to us when we sail?
Sander
Well,
just
it's
kind
an
of buries
adventure.
himself in the workshop for the remainder of the day. He just,
More XP for bosun.
Yay.
just kind of like completely weirded out.
Okay. The night comes and passes without incident, and the next day dawns. If someone would like to roll a d20 for me.
I
Who's
do
not
that
There's
with
just one of us
blossoms,
left.
then.
Rolled yet? 10. You said we already had that
We've
one.
already had 10.
Yes, we've already had 10.
So re-roll, or have we had 11?
I will tell you which ones we haven't had, and you can pick
We've
them
had
up.
9.
So 1, 3, 4.
Because I think you'd be better off putting them into a new table and
Yeah,
different dice.
Yeah, just how many numbers it is in roll a dice equivalent.
12.
Easier. So
14.
a d12. Oh no, 14.
Oh no,
So
this
it's
is just
still-
the numbers you
Yeah,
can pick
these are the
from.
numbers.
16 and 20.
So how
So
many numbers
roll a
is that in
D8.
total? Yeah.
And then just work up from the bottom of the table.
Yep.
So
there we go.
1.
So 1. Oh, okay. Okay, as you are heading further inland, as the day progresses, this could be interesting. I
Ah,
need a different book.
Oh no.
has
I,
a table. Doesn't have everything for every roll possible.
yeah, that's not my fault.
Don't taunt the DM.
You're the one
He
who
can
made the
smite
table.
us.
He made the table.
Let me just see if I can get it on here first. If not, I'm going to have to just quickly dive off the screen to go get a book.
I want to see an epic dive.
Yeah, you gotta make
No,
it.
Barrel roll.
Oh. Yeah, there we go.
It's even funnier on the delay. Oh wait, I get to watch it again on the tubes as well.
I've got the
You'll
book
get to
on
watch it again when it gets turned into a short and a TikTok.
There you go.
here. Oh dear, did you just clip that?
Yeah.
It will be getting clipped, yes.
Okay. I can pop that
It's a
away.
good time to say hello to all of our 600 new followers on TikTok.
Hi.
Wait,
I'm
are
an
we on
idiot.
TikTok?
No, we're not
Okay.
live, but I'm just in
Oh.
general.
So, at this
Oh,
point,
clip. Oh. Dun-dun, 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 dun-dun,
you guys are
dun-dun.
sailing along during the day.
Sailing
Uh,
away,
I need to see if this thing gets.
Sail away, sail
sail
away.
away, sail away.
Bit of venue, always appreciated.
Sail away with
Of
me,
course.
honey.
Okay.
We're gonna
So,
need a bigger boat.
Talia, during the course,
Oh.
actually, Talia and a couple of other people probably Blossom and Xandal. I think your passive perceptions are high enough.
Sandals is the lowest. He's a 10.
Oh, probably Val then.
Yeah.
You guys, during the course of the day, you feel like the ship is being followed. and every now and then you see just this flash of a red fin in the ocean behind you. A large red fin.
Guys, I think
It's
we're
a
being
red
followed by a
Gyarados.
big
Catch it.
fish. Anyone got the master ball?
Is it edible?
I think there's something following us, Bosun.
Bosun?
Oh, sorry, I thought you said Blossom.
Bosun!
What? Right. Okay. Well. Is it?
Can we go any
keeping-
faster?
Not really.
Do you have any
I can-
harpoons?
No, but we've got the cannons now.
I don't want to aggravate it. Let's
Yeah.
try and outmaneuver it. Let's see if it's whether it's a coincidence or whether it really is following us.
Okay. And
Evasive maneuvers.
Bosun begins to turn and starts going in a different direction. And as you keep watch from behind the ship, you see this same red fin surface every now and then and cruise along the waves for a brief moment before sinking back down. It is definitely following you.
Is it
Are we all
gaining on
made
us?
aware of this? Yeah.
It
Yes.
is. You are all now been made aware, and it is definitely gaining on you. Yes.
Then,
I think.
a warning shot.
Do you think we need to get Sandal into the Qualish? Find out what's going on?
I don't think I want to send you out there to fight it alone, Zandal.
I'm
Let's
not gonna
fire a
be-
warning shot with the new cannons. See if we can get it to leave us alone. Plus, I really want to try out the new cannons.
Okay.
Bitches
You-
love cannons.
Go down below
Bitches
and
love
you
cannons.
load the cannon, and then as Bosun turns the ship towards where this fin was last seen, you fire out a warning. You fire out a shot. Fires out. Splashes into the water. Nothing seems to happen for a moment. And then
Roll
I mean,
initiative.
Intentionally, not to hit it, just to its
oh
side.
yeah, I know,
Shock it, yeah.
I know, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you haven't angered it.
Oh no, yeah. Leave us alone.
And it's at that point that you feel as something slams into the ship.
Ah, shit.
Yep, that hits.
Ship combat.
Yep, this is gonna be potentially ship combat. Where's my D10? There. Oof. Okay.
Runs back up to the top deck. I don't think it worked.
As you feel something slam into the underside of the ship, and you hear the sound of breaking wood
Ah, shit.
That's not
as
good.
something slams against the underside of the ship.
Ozan, you're okay?
Ah, okay, that hurt. Not a fan of that.
You need repairs. You need repairs.
I think we've got. Oh, and Bosun is now staring past you all towards the front of the ship,
Oh no.
and you all suddenly realise.
Kraken or a Meg.
You all suddenly realise that, whereas before you'd been stood in sun, is now shadow.
Oh.
As you turn to look, and rising out of the ocean, a
What's that?
sea serpent, its head and frills raised in anger as it lets out a mighty roar.
That thing is
Ah,
ugly.
And that is going to be initiative.
everybody!
What?
prepare the
Yeah, just like, that is ugly.
There's an ugly motherfucker. Where was my character sheet?
If we kill it, that's a lot of fish.
15!
I'm hoping
What's
that
the-
brings me up to the same level as you guys.
Oh, I didn't have my token selected, but I'm back to normal. I'm on
Oh.
6.
Unlucky on that net one.
Yeah, it's not a good round when Val and Ert are like last.
Oh, rolled on that one.
Yeah.
What did you?
Oh,
You rolled
wow.
a 6. Wow.
6,
Oh, shit.
5, 4.
It's me and Blossom at the top so far.
I was going to say, Paddy, I didn't have my token selected. but
Yep.
I rolled
you roll?
She rolled a 6.
6.
Oh,
Okay,
shit.
I
Roll.
just move your token slightly. As long as you're still on the ship, you're fine. Oh, for goodness sake. I'll move you back in a second. So you rolled a 6, yeah?
Yes.
Right, there we go. So yeah, top of the round is Blossom.
I will Crimson Right some of my crossbow bolts
Yeah,
and fire one of them into it.
okay.
I completely forget my.
Just so you're aware, the squares on this map are 10 feet, not 5 feet.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay.
I cannot remember the stats of a crossbow at all.
I believe bow is
My Ebon shot does.
regular
Range
is
Pierce,
one.
it's 1d10
20.
for a
Yeah, I think-
double two-handed crossbow.
Hang on, I can look up a crossbow.
Is it a light
I
crossbow
have
or
it on my sheet.
or just a standard? I think a standard crossbow is 1d10, but a hand crossbow is less.
While
See
you
if I
guys are
click it.
figuring that out, I've just got hiccups, so I'll be back in a minute.
Okay,
Disadvantage. So a 10
10.
and
Yeah, that you just watch as it flies across, hits the scale, and just skitters off, doing
That's
nothing.
fine.
Oh, the 17. The 17 would hit, though. The
it's
10 does not.
disadvantage because it's
Oh,
long
disadvantage, yeah.
range.
Oh yeah, because it's so
Oh.
it would be
You can't
10,
fire
20,
two
30, 40, 50, 60,
okay.
70, 80, about 90 feet away from
Yeah.
me. So I'd say that would probably be the same for you.
Yeah, it's 120 feet disadvantage.
It's only 90 feet away from you.
Yeah. So second shot is 17
Okay, so 17 would hit.
for 8 piercing and 6 lightning.
8 piercing and 6 lightning, okay. Yep. So. Okay. It hits, and you watch as the lightning courses through its body, and it just sort of goes.
Mhm.
Okay, that the end of your turn,
Yep,
Blossom?
that's my turn. I
Oh.
suppose I would move slightly closer, so I'm not as far.
Yeah, initiative count 20. Bosun can move the ferry,
Let rip.
so he is going to.
Bring it about.
Is there a way to select all of you?
I need to redo the boat token, really, don't I?
It's
It's gonna move down to there, and you go. Should really move with it, but there we go.
There? Or was I? No, I think I was
Yeah.
there.
And then where's?
You could probably select all.
I tried, but
Uh,
are they
Oh,
on different layers?
it didn't
is
let me
the-
click and
it
drag.
should all be
Is-
it
is
should
the
be
ship
a token.
on the background?
Oh yeah, it might not be on the token layer. Player token layers.
Should be.
I don't know then. Maybe because we're on top of it, it won't select. Did you drag the left mouse button and like do a highlight?
Yeah, I tried. It didn't work.
Oh, it's alright.
We're all on the boat
Try and
now.
remember. We know where we are, but
There we go.
mostly from the ship, so we'll just move accordingly as you move
yeah.
the ship.
So he is going to broadside,
There.
and he is going to fire one of the cannons.
Yeah, and then
Hit.
I think it was next to you, Val. Or next. Yeah.
D10.
No.
Behind.
She was behind Xandor. Yeah, there we
Where
go.
did my
We're all in
D10
the
go?
relative space of where we should be if the ship turns.
Where did that D10 go?
I don't think our
Ah,
exact positioning
it
is
is.
going to make much of a difference.
So roll a different one.
16, 19. He fires off one of the cannons, and you watch as it hits this creature, and it just like explodes, doing a bunch of damage. And the creature just sort of roars in pain and writhes, causing some waves. Okay. Talia, your turn.
Right, let's see. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 feet away, so I can hit him with my crossbow, because my crossbow range is 100. I will Dark Form Flaming Bolt.
Okay.
To add a little 5 damage. Is it 3d6 extra damage? So let's see if I hit. And it's dark, yeah? 24 to hit?
No, it is daytime at this point.
Oh, it's just you said there was dark with the thing, so...
Yeah, no, that was his shadow covering you.
Right, okay, cool.
So 24 hits.
So that plus 3d6.
So 13.
12 fire damage. 12
13.
piercing, and 19... no sneak. 1 necrotic.
25.
And then I will... Oh wait, no, I've used my bonus action, so I can't fire again, can I?
Nope.
Okay, cool. And I can't use the other thing. I will stay where I am.
Okay. It's now the creature's turn. 10, 20, 30, 40.
Uh-oh. Getting a little too close for comfort. Villain full of holes, bosun!
Then it is going to...
Oh! No!
So that would be technically a 30-foot cone.
Cone, that would get me, Fiona, and Valdician, I guess, but not Sandal or Blossom.
It wouldn't get Val because if each square is
It's a
10
cone.
Yeah, if each square is 10 foot.
Oh, yeah, no, you're right, yeah, because they're 10 foot, yeah. So
Well,
it would
this is-
hit me.
Well, it's a 30-foot cone, and I've done a 15-foot cone. So that is 30 foot that's there.
Okay.
So it
I
would
mean, it's
get
just because you
Val.
did a straight line, you didn't use the additional thingy where it shows a cone.
Oh, I am doing a
I can
cone
do-
on mine.
Yeah,
Oh,
I can
it's
do
not.
cone,
Oh, because I got rid of Firefox and the extension was on Firefox and not on Chrome. I need to
Yeah.
re-add the thingy, so I didn't see
yeah.
the cone, so I couldn't see what it was
So,
hitting.
I need Vienna, Talia,
What's
and Val.
what's the extension called again?
VTTES. You all need to make me Constitution saving throws, please.
Here we
Find that.
go.
There we go, enhancement. Sweet. Constitution saving throw.
We all get a plus
Uh,
3.
17.
Blimey, everyone succeeds. So you're going to take half damage as it breathes in and then shoots out this blast of freezing cold water at you all.
Everybody's got their 10 hit points, right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that would help. Oh, have we long rested since?
You have long
Yeah.
rested since, yes.
Yeah. Let me do that. That would help.
Bloody taken down on Chrome. So I've got to install it manually.
So, Talia, you take 21 points of cold damage.
Okay.
Val,
21. We still got our bonus.
yep,
points
you
as
got
well,
your
haven't we?
10
There we
hit
go.
points.
Cool.
Val and Vienna, you are resistant to cold damage. You only take 10 points of cold damage each.
And 10 goes into the shield, right?
Yes.
Because I've halved it, yeah.
Yep.
Sweet.
And that is... Yep, that is all its moves that it can do this turn. So that is the end of its turn. Oh, blimey, hang on.
Yeah, I don't know who would.
Who is
prefer-
quicker out of you and Val?
I think Val had plus 3, Vienna was plus 2.
What,
So
Dex?
it should be
No,
Val.
it's Val.
Yeah.
Val first.
So Val first.
Okay, I'm going to move up to the side. I'm going to point at it and cast Bane.
Okay, so that is a
Charisma
saving throw.
15.
Charisma 15. Fails. So
Cool.
it's baned.
So yeah, for the next minute, every time you make an attack or a saving throw, you've got to roll a d4 and take away it.
Yep.
And that's what Val's going to do.
Okay. End of Val's turn.
Yarp.
Vienna, your turn.
Now, if I'm fresh, that should give me.
I think you can probably guess what I'm going to do, to be honest.
Eldritch Blast.
Blast of the Eldritch.
There we go. I've got it back now. Cool. Now I should be able to see the.
There you go.
Six. Just double check.
Okay.
Yes.
let me
Okay.
check.
Cool. I should be able to see the columns in that manner.
The first two miss, they just sort of splash against its scales and do nothing. The last one seems to find a decent purchase point and punches through, dealing damage.
Awesome.
How much do I have left?
Cool.
Right up
Okay.
the left nostril.
Yeah.
Quite possibly. Okay. Sandal, your turn.
Zandal's gonna do what Zandal does best, and he's gonna fix things. So he's gonna start running down below decks. He's gonna look for where the beast has caused damage. He's gonna start casting mending on the ship.
So you run down to the bottom and you see in the hold there is like cracked bits of wood and a little bit of water leaking in from where something has slammed into it. And mending, you can, I would say, with a single mending, I would say it's a D6 worth of repairs.
Okay. So yeah, that's pretty much what I'm gonna do. Is I'm gonna work around and just help keep us afloat.
Okay. You watch as some of the cracks begin to close up, but it is a slow process.
Yeah.
Okay. Ert's turn.
Ert is going to move forward one. Look at the creature and cast banishment.
Okay, interesting. Charisma saving throw again, yeah?
Yep, but just remember that you've got to take away a d4 as well.
Yep. It's probably going to be a fail anyway, but we'll roll the d4. 11.
Yeah, that fails.
Nice.
So the creature vanishes
For the next minute.
for the next minute.
All speed! Bosun, let's get out of here.
Okay. So, yep, you guys begin sailing away as quickly as you can. I would say in a minute, you're going to get a decent amount of distance. Question is...
We're all like working hard and just going full speed. Oh, there they are. Take away one. Okay, so we've got 9 matches left.
Okay. After about 4 or 5 minutes, you don't seem to be being followed anymore, and you feel like you've managed, hopefully, to lose this creature. For now,
I
combat
don't.
is over.
Are we getting up
I don't like
there?
that look on the DM's face right now. That's the look
Are
of.
we getting
"Gonna
on up
fucking get
there?
it." I think we're okay. I think we lost it.
Yeah, I should have branded it.
Should
Yeah.
have done. Never mind.
I'm assuming Zandal just helps get the ship back up to full scratch.
Yeah,
again.
between you and Bosun,
Yeah.
the ship does eventually get back to full operational capacity, and you move as quickly as possible away from what you now assume is probably sea serpent hunting grounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun.
You get,
Sure.
as night begins to fall, you still have not seen any sign of that creature, and you get the feeling it probably just decided that you weren't worth the effort in the end.
I mean, what plane would it have been zapped to?
It doesn't get zapped to a plane if it's native
From
to
the
this plane.
plane, yeah.
It gets zapped to a
Demi-plane.
endless tunnel, basically.
Yeah, harmless demi-plane. Fair.
Yeah. So it would have just been in a harmless demi-plane for a minute, and then it came back, and I rolled to see what it would decide to do, and it was smart enough to just sort of go, that's not worth it.
Fair.
I don't
Probably
like Mabel's
come
on
back
wheels.
still feeling very confused, like, where was I?
Well, no, the thing is, it had an intelligence score of 11, so it's capable of up a tier 4, and it could actually speak. It could speak Common and Draconic. You could have tried to
Oh,
reason
right.
with it. But
I don't think any of us would have thought to reason with a fucking snake that was trying to kill us.
It's just like, bye!
But yeah, it's just sort of gone. There's spellcasters on there. There's not many of them actually on the ship. There's better pickings out there.
Yeah.
So,
Sweet.
okay. As
Yeah, I
the day
imagine
comes,
Sandal comes back up just sort of like looking a little bit soggy because he's been wading
Probably.
around in water. Like,
That's another
that was
long rest
entertaining.
then.
Yep. As the day comes to, you can now see
11 temporary hit points.
you can see a large peninsula of land sticking out, and there is what looks like natural bays on either side. And Bosun sort of pulls the ship up and goes, right, well, if I go to the right of this spit of land, we'll be going to Cafford. And if I go to the left, we'll be going to that other bay that you pointed out.
So left would be here. I don't know. I think here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
Let's find
sounds
some
quite-
little inlet. I think actually
To the left, that one.
this little inlet here. You see like how it goes in a little bit. That might be a good place to park and then get on the land. Then
Provided
we're
the
just
water's deep
north
enough for
of
you.
the Divine City of Reefort.
We'll see
Alright.
what the shoreline's like.
Yeah, if you can get close enough,
Right.
that seems like a good spot.
Okay.
Pete's pointing on the map. I'm assuming we have.
Yeah, you guys did manage to get hold of a map in the end.
Yes. Albeit from a giant globe thing in a
Yeah.
constellation thing, but we've at least got land shapes.
Yes.
I'm just going to put this out here right now. I like how this bit looks like a face.
Oh yeah, it's well like two eyes and then a big smile. It's like yeah.
So we're going
So-
into the mouth, right?
Bosun
Yeah.
sails the ship with your guys' help into this natural bay, and then you find this small inlet, and he begins to sail up
Maybe-
it, and you can see it is
I'll say, see if you can turn the ship slowly around so that it can
Yeah.
exit if
Yeah.
we need to get off the frick
It
out of
is
here.
steep walls, rocky, and it is taking some very careful maneuvering, but eventually he manages to get it as far down the channel as he can. And you can see up above
Don't
there
get
is
yourself stuck.
what looks to be like dry grassland. You guys have travelled past this point before on your way back from Duranar, so you skirted away around the Divine City. Obviously, you didn't go to it, but you have been past this way before.
Oh yeah, because Duranar's all the way over here, isn't it?
Yes.
Because the ruins of Bafford Castle was north of Fadden Stronghold, which is around that way, and Lowtown is over there,
Yeah.
my hometown. Yeah.
But yes, Bosun eventually brings the ship to a full stop and drops the anchor and goes, right, well, I'm guessing I'm waiting here.
Yes. Please. If for any reason you need to get out of there or submerge, then do so. Do not allow yourself to be boarded by anyone other than us.
Oh, don't worry, I'm pretty
Drown.
sure we look fairly well hidden here, and as long as no one comes along to the top of the cliffs, they're not going to see us,
That's
so...
what I mean is if you see anything on the top of those cliffs, just submerge and get out of here. We can call you back later.
Okay, not a problem. Safe, happy adventuring and safe travels.
Cool. Right then.
Thank you very much. Let's get on land.
Okay, so you guys make your way up these cliffs. There are sort of hand and footholds, or you can just make use of the portal dagger with Val flying up and down.
Yeah, I'll be the elevator.
Ding dong.
As you get to the top of the cliffs, you're looking out across lush grasslands, and far in the distance you can see to the south of you directly there is what looks like the beginnings of a large forest, which you have travelled through before. You know that is Densey Vale. You can see far, far to the east where the grasslands give way to the beginnings of what look like desert dunes and small
That's the Desert of
foothills.
Rust.
You get the feeling that is the Desert of Rust. And to the southeast, you see as the grasslands become drier and more almost like savanna-like in a way, you do see a large, what looks to be city-like shape on the horizon. It's probably a good day, 2 days journey away, but you are within eyeshot of the city of Reefort. What would you like to do?
It is 10 o'clock, and we did say a hard finish. How late are you wanting to go?
I'm happy to go a bit longer, but I'm also
Yeah.
happy to end here if you guys want to end here.
I don't have work in the morning, but
I
Do.
it's my last day off tomorrow. I'm back at work on
do have
Sunday.
to be up quite early tomorrow.
Yeah.
But I was going to say, if we just travel along to...
Do you want to just travel along so we can find somewhere that's close
Yeah.
Set
enough
up
that I
camp.
can spy using Queenie.
So almost
but
like
the well
here or
hidden spot.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we can
And
set up
somewhere-
a base.
Yeah, somewhere that looks like it's got enough cover, but also flat enough to set up
A watch
Yeah.
sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
sleeping arrangements and
let's
whatnot.
we'll have a search, see if we can find somewhere good to set up camp and
Yeah.
Okay.
spy.
All right. So you guys begin trekking down towards what direction?
Towards the Divine City of Reforp. Well, around the area. We're basically just walking towards the Divine City of Reforp and trying to find somewhere that's close enough that it's within range that I can spy using Queenie.
Okay. So you begin heading towards the Divine City, and within not much time at all after leaving the coast, you do find the beginnings of. They're not roads, more like trade tracks, you know, sort of like muddy roads that have been made by caravans and wagons passing through, but they're not properly made roads yet. But you do find them and you begin following them during the course of the day. And after
wanna-
about,
Off-road.
by the end of a day's travel, you are now coming towards what look like much more well-beaten roads heading towards the Divine City. And you're beginning to see now the evidence of, occasionally in the distance, you'll see like what look like small hamlets, farming hamlets that maybe are under the protection of Reforp. And you're beginning to see these small settlements begin to pop up.
We don't really want to be anywhere where we're going to be stumbled across by travellers or anything. We want somewhere hidden-ish.
So if you want to try and
Off-road. We don't want to be anywhere near main roads.
Okay, so either make me a survival or a investigation check with disadvantage. The survival is straight, the investigation check is with disadvantage.
My investigation has a better modifier.
Can I use the Dormammu to help?
Yeah, you may.
Give
So
it
+3 to the
a
roll.
So a straight roll
4,
for
isn't it?
investigation then?
I mean, it has a +3 survival.
No, it's
Oh,
still
what am I
it's still a
doing?
disadvantage investigation. He's just using his spark to give you extra on the roll.
Yeah.
And I use my inspiration to make it a straight roll.
You may.
Because I have inspiration. So I will use that. Okay. 19.
19. Okay, so +3.
Do I get any? Do I
plus
get
4.
any pluses?
+4,
I've
so
got the
23.
intellect,
Cool.
the headband,
Yeah.
haven't I?
Yep. So as you
Sweet.
sort of glance around and look around, you notice one of those hamlets in the distance. Like the night's begun to fall, and some of the other hamlets that you've spotted, you've begun to see lantern lights and flames and smoke. This one, there isn't any lantern light or smoke, and also the fields around it look a little overrun. They don't look well tended to. You get the feeling it may be abandoned.
Abandoned or
Cursed.
interbreed
might
with
work for us,
non-humans?
Yeah.
Vienna will love
Sounds
it.
like a
It's
good idea.
cursed.
Yeah, it's cursed.
there's a. I'll just be like there seems to be a hamlet over there that looks abandoned. That might be a good place to set up shop.
We
Yeah.
can definitely find somewhere there to just sleep, and then we can take a better
Yeah.
look at it in the light to see if it's
Just
properly
make sure
abandoned.
it's not. Other
Well,
people
why don't we
hiding
do
in there
do you
first,
want me?
but yeah.
Let me go scout it out.
Yeah.
I'll go scout it out. I'll go full stealth, and
Okay.
I'll go scout it out. Do my
Sure.
training, my spy
Sure.
days.
Go ahead, roll a stealth check for me.
Natural 20 for 29.
So 34, because you're moving slowly.
Yes.
You all watch as Talia just sort of goes into the nearby field of like what looks like it was at one point like a wheat field.
So
I'll
I'll just be like
like-
this,
we
and then
can't-
suddenly I'm just
yeah.
gone.
Yeah, lots of like mixed. It's now lots of mixed plants growing, and Talia just sort of goes in, and there's just this faint rustle, and then silence. You can't even see like crops moving.
How do we lose someone that is bright red?
With white hair, because I've got my black cowl up. I'll be hiding
Yeah.
my face.
You move across to this hamlet. It takes you about 40 minutes to walk there. But once you get there and you start moving around, you can see the hamlet is very much abandoned. You can see a lot of the buildings here are either mildly burned and there is what looks like evidence of like a raid or something happening. You don't know whether it was by bandits or what, but there is like doors that have been kicked down. You can see evidence of weapon scarring on some of the walls. Something happened here, and no one has yet come to retake this place.
I'll send Queenie over to Valdisium and just get her to peck him and try and get him to follow, like to get them to come.
I think it's okay.
Okay. You all move your way through the fields and eventually come to this same remains of a hamlet. Like I say,
Looks like the place is deserted.
looking
looks
into
like
the
it's been raided.
building, like the furniture has been broken and tossed around. You can see that the like floorboards have been ripped up. It looks like people have searched this pretty heavily for valuables.
I don't think there's
Anywhere that
anyone here. Looks like it's raided.
Anywhere that looks intact, or at least we can intact it.
There are a couple of buildings that look like they would be serviceable. The one that looks like it's probably the biggest. It's not a manor house by any sense of the word. It would probably only pass as sort of like maybe a small tavern, and part of its roof is burned off. But as you go inside, like this main room that you get the feeling was maybe like a meeting room for the hamlet, looks like it's still serviceable, and there's enough room in there for all.
Is there no roof, or has this room got not a ceiling?
This room is a ground floor room. This was a 2-story, and on the second story, some of the roof is burned off. But where you are, it's fine.
Talia will go around and try and block off all of the windows so that if we do have a fire, it can't be seen from outside.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go ahead, and I would say for this, just roll me a general dexterity check.
Dexterity check. That's straight. 23.
Yep.
This is Talia's element, you know. Like, this is just like the early days of Italian.
You go out and you sort of cut some of the wheat and you bind it together, and then you sort of place it over the windows, blocking out light. And you feel like you've done a decent job, but you think that it's pretty well light secured.
Maybe I should teach you guys some like Thieves' like hand signals too, so we can communicate silently.
Don't we have these rings?
I don't.
There's only some of us have them.
Oh.
I will spend some time in the evening doing various hand signals and teaching them, like, this means wait, this means go, this means not say, wait, just like a few things so that there's a way that I can communicate silently with the group.
Yeah. By the way, Val, as you've been drawing closer and closer to Refop, you have been being hit by not a sense of nostalgia, but more a sense of
dread,
deja vu.
Okay.
It's very deep set sort of, this scenery. You don't, obviously you've passed nearby here before on your travels, but you've never been to Refop. But the closer you get to the city, the more it's like, I know these fields, I know this general sort of layout. It's not triggering any memories or anything, but it's just this feeling at the back of your mind, and it's like, yeah, I've been to this place before.
Okay.
I don't remember it. I don't know whether I want to remember it, but it's just there, just that niggling at the back of your mind.
Yeah.
Okay, Val.
I will be.
Just don't do anything stupid. Evidence first. Just like in Durana, remember? We had to get evidence first.
Yeah, but all of my tactics are stupid, so...
They're not all stupid. You've done some pretty cool shit, actually. Usually by accident, but,
I appreciate that.
Let's get some rest.
Yep.
And then lose our temporary hit points.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's going to put out the snake sentry.
I was going to say I would definitely be
I'll take watch.
So, yeah.
Yes, I will. Me and Vienna will do our usual tag team because we require the least amount of sleep.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll rest. Hopefully. No more temporary hit points.
Okay. So, For the watch for the night, if I could have you both roll me perception checks, please.
Natural 20 for 29.
Damn.
Wow, Talia, your rolls tonight
I'm
are on
on one
point.
today, yeah. I'm on
Your rolls
fire.
are really
Okay.
good tonight. What's going on?
I
I've been
tempted
blessed. I have
fate,
been blessed by the
apparently.
dice gods. I
Yeah.
pleased the dice gods because I spent 70 quid on dice insomnia. That's why.
So, with those rolls, during the night, you do, in the distance, you do see wagons and caravans moving along the road, but none of them seem to pay any attention to the hamlet that you guys are in.
Can we
You do
tell
also
what sort of wagons they are?
From this distance, no, you can just tell that
Right.
there are wagons and people moving along that road. You do at one point see what look like people on horseback. So you get you catch the glint of armor and weaponry. So you get the feeling there are patrols that go around this area. But again, they don't seem to glance in the direction of the hamlet you are in, and they just keep riding.
Okay.
The other thing that catches your attention, Talia, at one point during the evening, it's in the field. And it's not anywhere near where you are, and they don't appear to be paying any sort of attention to you. But there is a figure moving through the field, harvesting things, and sort of stuffing them into a sack as they go.
Like in the fields around the abandoned hamlet?
Yeah. Just like they're going around and like finding crops that are salvageable and just like plucking them and stuffing them in a sack.
Can I see, are they non-human?
With that nat 20, they do appear to have non-humanoid features. You can't make out exactly what race they are from this distance, but they appear non-human.
1 second, guys. I'm gonna stealthily, not approach them, but I'm gonna get close enough that I can get a better look, try and assess what they are first before I decide to do anything else.
Go ahead and roll a stealth check.
24.
24, okay. So, 39.
Well,
29, yeah. Okay. So you stealth through the field, getting closer, and eventually you get to a point where you can get a good look at this creature. It is wearing like heavy, like traveler's gear and a big hood and like a cloak to try and cover as much of itself as possible. And as you get close enough, you get to the point where you can just catch a glimpse of its general shape and maybe a bit of its face with the moonlight. Go ahead and roll me a perception check.
21.
21. So you sort of get in a good position and look. You just hear as you just catch the muzzle of a gnoll sticking out from the hood as it quickly picks up what looks like the remains of like bit of a pumpkin and shoves it into the sack.
Hey, no,
Oh, that's gonna take some restraint to walk away from because I fucking hate gnolls. Does it look haggard? Like,
It looks thin. It looks there with that 21. There is a sparkle of intelligence in the eyes that you don't remember seeing in other gnolls, and it's fairly well dressed. Like most gnolls you've ever seen normally are just loincloth and armor, and that's it. This is wearing like proper clothing, and it looks like you can see like it's missing an eye. One of its paws is missing like a couple of fingers. It looks like it's seen a few battles, and it's just sort of like grabbing stuff and shoving it in this sack as quick as it can.
I was gonna like close her eyes for a second and just take a deep breath. And she'll whistle.
The gnoll freezes. And just sort of like you see its ears flicking underneath the hood, and its single eyes are sort of darting everywhere.
Would we hear the
Oh.
whistle from the house?
I'm not calling you
We're
guys.
all- We're all resting,
Yeah.
so
Yeah. Friend or foe?
The gnoll just makes a break for it. It just starts running. Not towards the hamlet, it starts running away. Not even towards the road, it just starts running through the field.
Do I want to give chase or not? Can I catch up to it and trip it?
Do you want to try?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and roll me an athletics check.
17?
17. You do manage to catch up to it, and you quickly trip it up, and it goes "Ah!" and falls.
I'll
to
hold the
ground.
dagger to its throat. I'm not going to hurt you. I just want information.
It sort of glances down and sees the color of your hand, and then it almost visibly relaxes. It's still like tense, but it's a lot less tense than it was. And it goes, "Please, please, no.
Quiet down. You want to be heard.
No, sorry.
Tell me everything you know about the situation in the Reform. I know it's bad.
I don't know anything about it in Reform. I only
I'll
came
press
to
the dagger a little tighter to his neck. Do not lie to me.
I'm not lying. Haven't been in Reform in years. Haven't been in Reform in years. None of us have managed to escape.
What was it like when you were there?
You think I saw anything except the inside of a cell?
You were a slave?
I was a gladiator. I was their entertainment.
What?
Do you think they keep the slaves just for work? No.
No, I suppose not.
Monstrous ones get put in the arena for entertainment.
We're all monsters here, if we are not human.
Exactly. Please, let me go. I need to take this back to the others. Please.
Fine. But if any of them know anything, tell them that they have friends in the abandoned thing. Do not tell anyone in Reform. If you do, I will kill you all.
As you sort of let it up, he sort of turns, looks at you, and goes, "Thank you."
Don't worry, we want to free Reform.
And
we need information first.
You watch as he reaches under his thick clothes and pulls out a small pendant of a silver raven and goes, "The matron wants you."
The matron wants you as well,
and
friend.
He darts off further away, carrying the sack.
Never thought you'd make friends with a gnoll.
I didn't make friends with the fucker. That I know. Talia's not stupid. I'm gonna come back to the group. Everyone, wake up! Wake up! You're not going to believe this. There was a gnoll scavenging in the field.
That's
I know. I didn't kill it. I didn't kill it.
Surprising thing.
Apparently, slaves weren't just kept for manual labor; they're kept as gladiators. It was a missing a few fingers,
a slave.
Missing an eye. It was a gladiator. It was made to fight in pits, I guess, for entertainment.
Someone doing stuff against their will. Yeah, let's call it a slave.
Yeah, basically.
And he was alone.
He said there were others. I told him if they had any information to come find us, and that we have friends. Don't worry. He is of the Raven Queen.
If there are other slaves that have escaped, that could be my parents.
Well, let's wait around and see if anyone comes. I wouldn't have been able to... I could probably track them. Do you want to track them in the morning, see if we can find where to go? They said they escaped. Not been to Reform in a while, though, so I don't know how long ago they escaped. It's a lead.
Yeah, but we've got more important things that we need to cover.
More important than finding the information so that we can go and get your master?
No, that's a fair point.
That's why we're here.
Yeah. I meant more important than just finding my parents.
It saves us risk. Yes, I know, but I'm just saying it'll be easier to talk to people who have been in Reform, who remember it. No offense, Val, but you don't remember anything.
No.
We could get the lay of the land, maybe, and hope that it hasn't changed too much, but they might have information that could help us. Or just piss us off, because, slaves are shit.
I guess we'll see what happens in the morning.
Yep.
Fine. I'll try and track it in the morning then.
Okay.
At this point, Xandal just kind of wraps himself further into his cloak, just getting nice and cozy. He's probably been asleep, just leant up against Val. Just like...
We're not curled up against Blossom or something, it'd be warmer.
I mean, Xandal doesn't really feel the cold anyway, does he? Because he's got that cloak.
You've got the thingy cloak, haven't you? Yeah.
Okay.
You more just want to feel a big, strong man next to you.
It's more just sort of like he's just leaning against something. Val just happens to be the closest thing.
That's
We're
fair.
probably all huddled up, to be fair.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll get some sleep.
And as you all drift off to sleep, but remaining watchful, that is where we are going to end tonight's session.
Oh,
So, we should be back to the normal schedule after next Friday.
hold that
So
thought.
we should be playing again on the 5th of May for the Armatae
5th of May?
campaign. Yes, that
Yeah.
should be the next normal scheduled day.
Okay.
Obviously,
yeah,
we will not be playing next week as this bunch of reprobates are coming to
So Strahd
me
speedrun!
for a Curse of Strahd speedrun in person. There will be stuff of that probably clipped and put on TikTok, but that will not be streamed live or anything like that. That is just something fun that we're doing for my birthday celebration, and just so that we can have some fun, really.
A game for us.
So,
Yeah.
D&D gods permitting, the 5th. Obviously, if anything changes, we will we will update you on Twitter. But yes.
But until then, everyone, please enjoy your own games. Stay safe. Enjoy the Dungeons and Dragons movie if you decide to go see it.
It's
was
awesome.
very
Go
good.
watch it.
I enjoyed it. And yeah, bye for now, I guess.
Bye.